Okay, it says I'm live. Can you guys hear me? Hey, Christy, can you hear me pretty well? Because I see you're already in the chat already. So Christy's first. Anybody out there going first? Christy's, she already been here. So I just want to know if you guys can hear me coming in clear. If not, and what's up to my man Antonio out there? He actually hit me up the other day. He cashed at me some money. He got the Get Your Money shirt. So, hey, man, I shipped that out the other day. So that'll be on his way to you. What up, Glitch Dash? My man, Lucas, what's good? Eric in the building. Everybody's walking in. Rideshare, Lisa. I know it's early in the daytime. I got up this morning, and Eric, no, last night it was like, 1 o'clock in the morning. I'm out there cleaning the pool and taking the filters out. I'm trying to get, so I put everything back together. Got up this morning to go check on the pool. Pool's looking nice and blue. I might go swimming later. I don't know. Got to fix stuff all the time. It's like owning the pool is like having a baby. You always got to work on this thing all the damn time. Eric was like, man, I'm just sitting at the house with the app on. I'm like, man, I'm finna go outside and fix this damn pool pump, man. I got to go take my filters out and clean. It was a long ass process, man. Luke is hey, me and my son tuned in. That's what's up. What's up, Ben and breakfast, man. Hey, I appreciate you guys for all the shares on that video I dropped yesterday. About Eric Cartwright, that Uber exec. That video, it's almost, it's over 4,000 subs. 4,000 views on that thing. Plus, I saw, it was on TikTok. Saw a couple of people share it on Facebook. I appreciate you guys because we need to get word out about what these companies are doing to us. And like I said, I might host this channel, but the energy from this channel is actually ran by you guys. So whatever I'm dropping and you guys is out there sharing and putting it out, this is what we do over here. And a lot of channels, they take credit for the success of their channel. I don't take credit for the success of this channel. Always give it up to the drivers, to the subs, to the membership group, because that's I just run the microphone and the camera. That's it. You guys, man, you got the energy you guys are taking through the country, through the world with this channel. There's people in Australia hit me up. People in Britain hit me up. Germany hit me up. And you guys are taking this energy off the screen and putting it into a real world setting. And man, I love it, man. Oh, thank you, Lisa. I appreciate that. We both shared it in my Discord. I also put it on my channel. Thank you. Because it's something that needs to be said. And I heard last night in Australia, Jack Black, they kind of did the same comment on concert at their concert, saying that they wish Trump had gotten shot. So the country is deporting him. The country is like, they want to deport this group and say, you guys can't come back in our country again. This is a serious matter. It's not a joke. And these people are out there. They're putting out this rhetoric about killing a politician, acting like it's okay. Just imagine if people were out doing this about Obama right now, saying, oh, man, we need to assassinate this dude. We need to kill this dude. How can we kill him? It wouldn't be taken lightly. This country would be in riot mode right now. Every auto zone would be burning down. Every bank would be getting, doors smashed in, ATMs drugged down the street. But yet you don't see none of that happening, even though we know the rhetoric is about killing a president right now. You don't see no riots. You don't see no looting. You don't see nobody going. Everybody's like, we know how to handle this. We're going to go after the people that's saying it. If you're saying and you're putting this rhetoric out, you're about to be responsible for this. We ain't going to burn our own neighborhoods down just because somebody wants to. No. We're going to do better. We're going to do better. Because if somebody's saying something that we know is egregious and dangerous language, we're not about to start flipping over cars and burning down our own neighborhoods. No, we're doing something different. Yeah, exactly. It's hypocrisy, man. Hypocrisy. What up, Desmond, my man? What up, Jamil? And I'm sitting there going, yeah, we live, brother. And I'm sitting there going, if this was going another way, I guarantee this country right now would have the National Guard. I got something on me. The country would have National Guard right now all over the place. Have a curfew if somebody said this about Obama. It wouldn't be the same. It wouldn't be the same. So I like to, show mad respect for everybody out there who's against the rhetoric, who's against killing a politician, everybody who's against it. And instead of going out tearing up our communities, we're doing it the right way. We're going after the people that's putting that rhetoric out. And we know a lot of people. And hopefully, like I said, the FBI and the CIA, hopefully they're really taking this serious because people are out there, man, it's something on me like a spider web or something. People are out there putting that rhetoric out. And I'm glad that the FBI and the CIA are now scrubbing social media, finding the people who are saying this rhetoric, going after them. I hope they are, because we see what happens when you don't go after people like this. They end up on a roof with a rifle. So if you're out there with that rhetoric, hopefully they're coming for you, hopefully. And I know somebody today in the comments was saying, oh, yeah, man, they scrubbed. We can't find Eric Cartwright nowhere on the internet. We can't Google him. We can't find. Yeah, he scrubbed he know he fucked up. He scrubbed everything. He's trying to distance himself from the rhetoric that he put out. He was so proud of it when he put it out. What up, William Mills? Kev, my man. And I'm glad. And hopefully, like I said, we know the hypocrisy is there. If we said the same thing, anybody, including me being a black man, anybody said this about Obama, oh, trust me, I'd be in jail right now for threatening the president. The FBI would be at my house right now. I probably couldn't drive down the street without having my car surrounded. I'd probably get my car flipped over by mobs of people. But yet people are freely saying this about a politician right now, about a former president right now, like it's nothing. Hopefully all of them. Like I said, screenshot. That's why I tell people, as soon as I saw Eric saying that, I screenshot as much as I can because I knew he was going to scrub that shit. If you see somebody saying it, capture it. These are domestic terrorists. And you might think because they're American, oh no, they're American. No, this is how terrorism begins. It begins with rhetoric. It begins with people congratulating and pushing people to do stuff like this. It's inciting. They want to talk about January the 6th. Thank you, Jesse. They want to talk about January the 6th. Oh, Trump said fight. He said fight. And people went and broke in the building because he said fight. He never said, hey, go out there and break in the building. Y'all go in there and go in Pelosi's office, turn. He never said that. He said, hey, y'all, we're going to still fight. But then he also said after that, let's go home in peace. And the media cut that. They never showed the second half of what he was saying on stage. We need to just go home in peace. Let's go regroup. We'll fight this. We'll do this. That's what he said. They cut all that out because all they wanted to show was the narrative. He said, go fight. He said, go fight on January the 6th. But yet we got people blatantly saying, oh, I wish they would have blew his head off. Man, they should have shot him. Oh, man, I can't believe they missed. They should have got him. Hopefully next time they get him. And you telling me that's not inciting violence, inciting murder? You telling me that's not inciting murder? And I'm sitting there like, these people are blatantly, I mean, if the FBI is chasing people down for January the 6th, what about July the 13th? All the rhetoric we seen about that. Are we going to chase these people down too? Saying, oh, we got to get them next time. We got to be a better shot. We got to get practice in. We'll get them. Can we chase these people down too? Can we go through social media and chase these people down too? Let's not be hypocrites about it. If you want to talk about inciting something, you're trying to murder a man. You're trying to murder somebody. And you're talking about it should be okay. No, we don't play that. We're not doing that. Because I'm not one of those people that's going to sit there and proudly go and say, oh, yeah, let's do that. We should be able to do that. It's not no free speech. No, we don't do that. And especially when you're executives and corporations that are embedded in our public right now. Because first it goes, hey, let's shoot Trump. What's next? Let's shoot Trump followers. What's next? I mean, how far are you going to take this? I mean, if you blatantly say, let's shoot Trump, what is it next? Well, let's shoot the people that follow Trump. What's next? That's why we got to get rid of that rhetoric, man. When y'all see this going on all over the internet, screenshots. Find out where these people work. Put these people on blast. Screenshot domestic terrorism. Screenshot it. Because if you don't speak up and stand out against domestic terrorism, it's only going to fester. It's only going to get worse. And that's why I thought it was our civic duty. It's our duty to post that video I posted online, to share that video. It was our duty to say we have corporations hiring domestic terrorists. Yeah, exactly. I remember that Kev today. I sent a message to the support chat and they didn't even say nothing. Yeah, man. Yeah, they ain't even say nothing. Oh, yeah, we'll look into it. They don't care. These people will support domestic terrorism as long as it gets them, money in their pocket. I'm going to call it what it is. And when the day that assassination attempt was going down, I called it an assassination attempt as it was happening. Everybody else was like, well, we don't want to call it an assassination attempt. Yeah, we want to wait. Wait for what? I know what I saw. Well, we want to wait to be sure it was an assassination attempt. You telling me blowing somebody's head off? What is that, a handshake? I called it what it was in real time. And everybody's scared. Like I said, I don't mince my words on this channel. I don't hold back. We got the mainstream media holding back. We got YouTube channels holding back. I came straight out and said, hey, man, this was an assassination attempt. You don't know that for sure. No, I know that for sure. I know what I saw. I know that for sure. Hey, it could have been somebody just throwing a rock. You don't know. I'm like, dude, I'm not stupid. I'm not an idiot. You can't make me wear a mask in the car by myself. I'm not stupid. I'm pretty sharp. You know what I'm saying? So I call it what it is. What up, Black Wolf, my man, Steve? And like I said, and the title of this video, you know, is about the the RNC and the big meeting, the big speech, you know, the Teamsters Union president had. And I actually got it. I got it. And I want to like for you guys that didn't see it, trust me, this is good. It's good. And everything that we speak about on this channel, everything we speak about on this channel, when it comes to the economy of America, us being American workers, us having community and local economies, this guy was covering it. What did I tell y'all? We stay ahead of the curve on this channel. So what we're saying on this channel, on a YouTube channel, little bitty 10,500 subs, little bitty baby ass channel, we got a Teamsters Union president at the national convention saying the exact same thing we said. I'm telling y'all, a lot of drivers on this channel are a whole lot sharper than what y'all think. We're sharper than what y'all think. And a lot of drivers are slow, and they're going to try to get you. It ain't about that. It's not about that. That's xenophobia. You're racist. You're this, you're that. Nah, we just know what we see. We call it like we see it. We know the economy of America because we lived here our whole lives. We know what it means to be in an inflationary period. We know what it means to have eggs cost too much, to have groceries cost too much, to have rent cost too much. We know what it means. It's the new people here that don't know that because they just come in here, they thinking this is what it is. And, oh, damn, America's kind of expensive. Let me hear them send my money back to the country. No, we know what it is over here. Yeah. So did they find out the name of the guy that died at Trump rally? Yeah, Chris, they did. He was actually like a firefighter or something like that. He was medical, medical rescue, something like that. Yeah, but they did. He's all over the place. You can like Google it and it's everywhere. They found his name and everything. Yeah, O'Brien. Yeah, actually, I got it. And like I said, for people that didn't see it, I'm gonna share a screen with you guys. Let's see something, because I've learned how to do this. Here it is, right here. This right here. I'm going to share this with y'all, man. Yeah, he was a retired firefighter. Yeah, William, let's see something real quick.
Please welcome the president of the International Brotherhood of Teamsters, Sean O'Brien.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull it up on full screen so y'all ain't got to worry about my face. No, wait, let me do it. Let me do it like this, just because I want YouTube to be like, oh, you're copying. Yeah, but this speech right here, listen.
Greetings, delegates and guests. I'm Sean O'Brien, General President of the International Brotherhood of Teamsters.
Can you guys hear it well? Is it too low? Sean O'Brien.
I'd like to give my peeps from the greatest state in the nation, Massachusetts, some props. What's
my
up?
Peeps? We at the barbecue, baby. Give my peeps what's up. I love it. I love it.
I want to thank the hardworking Teamsters and union members here in Milwaukee who play vital roles in the building and operations of this convention.
Nice. I like Sean, man. I like this dude.
I also want to thank President Donald Trump for opening the RNC's doors to the Teamsters Union and inviting me to speak before you tonight.
We needed to hear this. Trust me, y'all. We needed to hear this. Everybody, Democrats, Republicans, everybody needs to hear this. I
travel all across this country and meet with my members every week. You know what I see? An American worker being taken for granted.
Thank you. Don't we say exploited?
Workers being sold out to big banks, big tech, corporates, and the elite. And I'm not the only one who sees this.
We see it on the barbecue.
Families see it.
Yes.
The American people aren't stupid. They know the system is broken. We all know how Washington is run. Working people have no chance of winning this fight.
Nope. We the 300,
That's why I'm here today. Because I refuse to keep doing the same things my predecessors did.
We the 300, baby. We coming for our money. We coming for our money. I'm telling you, Jesse, everything.
Today, the Teamsters are here to say we are not beholden to anyone or any party.
Nope. Family first, baby. Family first. Get your family taken care of.
We will create an agenda and work with a bipartisan coalition ready to accomplish something real for the American worker.
Cash rides. No, I'm just kidding.
And I don't care about getting criticized. It's an honor to be the first Teamster in our 121-year history to address the Republican National Convention.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. the first one to ever address the RNC. The union has never been allowed at the RNC.
Ago, I asked the RNC and the DNC for the opportunity to speak. To be frank, when President Trump invited me to speak at this convention, there was political unrest.
Oh, yeah.
On the left and on the right.
Yep. Nobody wants unions. Nobody wants unions.
Anti-union groups demanded the president rescind his invitation. The left called me a traitor.
Because they want to exploit people. They don't want unions. Unions are everybody unified together. They don't want the 300 to exist. They want to kill unions. They don't want people to stand up. And this
is precisely why it's so important for me to be here today.
Show some solidarity in American workers, American families.
Think about this. Think about this. The Teamsters are doing something correct. If the extremes in both parties think I shouldn't be on this stage.
Facts, all facts. You're doing something right when people hating you.
President Trump had the backbone to open the doors to this Republican convention, and that's unprecedented.
Nobody's ever allowed a union to speak at a national convention because they don't want workers to have power.
No other nominee in the race would have invited the Teamsters into this arena.
Nope.
Now, you can have whatever opinion you want, but one thing is clear. President Trump is a candidate who is not afraid of hearing from new, loud, and often critical voices. And I think we all can agree, whether people like him or they don't like him, in light of what happened to him on Saturday, he has proven to be one tough SOB.
Exactly. He got shot and didn't even go into hiding. He got shot and he's still out. He's still out in the public right now. He's still outside. He got shot and he's still outside. People get shot and they go into hiding. This dude's like, nah, I'm still going to show up. Let's go. I'm still showing up. Knowing his security detail was lackluster, he's still like, you know what? Let's do it. Let's go. We got to be outside. Show people we ain't scared. We ain't scared. Because if I get shot, oh, trust me, I'm inside for a minute.
Won the presidency of the Teamsters in a national election 2.5 years ago, we started reaching across the aisle. In the past, the Teamsters have endorsed GOP candidates, including Nixon, Reagan, and George H.W. Bush. But over the last 40 years, the Republican Party has really pursued strong relationships with organized labor. There are some in the party who stand in active opposition to labor unions. This too must change.
Because they want to keep workers as slaves on plantations. That's why they don't like unions.
At the end of the day, the Teamsters are not interested if you have a D, R, or an I next to your name. We want to know one thing. What are you doing to help American workers?
That part. This is American soil, baby, that part. We should be exporting more goods than we importing.
As a negotiator, I know that no window or door should ever be permanently shut. In my administration, the Teamsters reached out to 8 Republican senators who stood up for railroad Teamsters over our fight for paid sick leave. Josh Hawley was one of them.
Paid sick leave. Paid sick, taking care of your people, man. Taking care of your people.
We started talking. Senator Hawley changed his position on national right to work. Then we started walking. Senator Hawley walked a Teamsters picket line in St. Louis and a UAW picket line in Wentzville, Missouri. More than that, I want to recognize Senator Hawley for his direct, relentless, and pointed questioning of corporate talking heads, lawyers, CEOs, and apologists.
Calling people out, call them out.
He has shown he is not willing to accept their pillaging of working people's pocketbooks. I know from a career in negotiating that you get nowhere by slamming your fist on the table. The first step is to listen. The Teamsters and the GOP may not agree on many issues, but a growing group has shown the courage to sit down and consider points of view that aren't funded by big money think tanks.
Exactly. And he says unions and the Republicans never agree. He's not wrong. He's
Senators
not wrong.
like J.D. Vance, Roger Marshall, and Representatives Nicole Malliotakis, Mike Lawler, and Brian Fitzpatrick are among elected officials who truly care about working people. And this group is expanding and is putting fear into those who have monopolized our very broken system in America today.
Uber and Lyft.
There are far too many people on both sides of the aisle still caught up in knee-jerk reactions to unions, who subscribe to the same tired claptrap that unions destroy American companies. Take a moment to consider United Parcel Service, which is the largest private sector logistics company, and it's been unionized for more than 100 years. More than 350,000 Teamsters make it run.
Yep.
We work for good middle-class wages, quality health care, and secure pensions.
Middle-class
wages.
Work
rules that ensure fairness and due process for both sides. UPS is the most efficient package delivery company in the world.
Middle-class wages is not $9 an hour, $15 an hour. That's not middle-class wages.
But let's not forget that UPS doesn't provide these great wages and benefits out of the kindness of its heart. UPS does it because the Teamsters fight for it. All 350,000 of us.
There you go. There you go. They ain't gonna give it to you, counter offer, negotiate, cash rides.
Corporatists hate when working people join together to form unions. But for a century, major employers have waged a war against labor by forming corporate unions of their own. We need to call the Chamber of Commerce and the business roundtables what they are. They are unions for big business.
Uber and Lyft is the same company. Uber and Lyft's the same company.
Gigantic
collusion.
Multinational corporation, an individual worker has zero power.
None.
It's only when Americans band together in democratic unions that we win real improvements on wages, benefits, and working conditions.
We the 300.
Companies like Amazon are bigger than most national economies. Amazon is valued over $2 trillion. That makes it the 14th largest economy in the world. What is sickening is that Amazon has abandoned any national allegiance. Amazon's sole focus is on lining its own pockets. Remember, elites have no party, elites have no nation. Their loyalty is to the balance sheet and to the stock price at the expense of the American worker.
Yep, hit that bottom line, do them cash rides, get you some private clients out there, hit that bottom line. That's what you do.
In my office in Washington, D.C., I can see the United States Capitol from my window. I see well-intentioned people arrive in Washington and get eaten up by an unforgiving system. The responsibility to average Americans takes a back seat. The objective now becomes survival. Fundraiser after fundraiser, corporate consultants hedge every initiative. The Hill crawls with lifers, bouncing from government jobs to corporate jobs and back again. I think we can all agree D.C. is a pretty treacherous area. Most legislation is never meant to go anywhere, and it's all talk. And in America, talk isn't cheap. It's very expensive, and it comes at the cost of our own country.
Yep. And here's some right
people know our system is broken. The elites are not laboring on behalf of workers. There is a political caste system that prevents citizens from accessing their representatives to hold them accountable. For a moment in time, working people in America were seen as essential. Sadly, it took a global pandemic for political and corporate elites to notice this fact. But ask yourself this question. Since the end of the pandemic, when was the last time you heard major news outlets regularly refer to workers as essential? You haven't.
We do on the
men
300.
And women who provide goods and services, deliver packages, stock grocery shelves, care for patients, pick up your trash, and keep our communities safe are taken for granted.
We drive
All
people
the
around
while,
too. We
the
get people to
stock
work.
market booms. Housing prices hit record highs and corporate salaries skyrocket. But the income of everyday Americans are shrinking in the face of inflation. At the gas pumps, at the grocery store, with the electrical bill, and with the car insurance. This has got to change.
Yes. And to my old coach, Coach Baldwin, I hope you heard that.
Never
There's a
forget,
reason why. Coach Baldwin, I hope you heard
American workers own this nation.
that. Yes, yes.
We are not renters. We are not tenants. But the corporate elite treat us like squatters, and that is a crime. We've got to fix it.
Yes, yes.
Now, this will shock you. This will shock you. To paraphrase Senator Mark Wayne Mullen, it's time for both sides of Congress to stand their butts up. We need trade policies that put American workers first. It needs to be easier for companies to remain in America.
Exactly.
We need legal protections that make it safer for workers to get a contract. We must stop corporations from abandoning local communities to inflate their bottom line. We need meaningful bankruptcy reform. Today, corporate vultures buy up companies like Yellow Freight with the intent of driving them into bankruptcy and feasting on their remains. The courts leave workers begging for crumbs as third-tier creditors.
Popcorn,
Labor
pigeons.
law must be reformed. Americans vote for a union
Crumb
but can never
snatchers.
get a union contract. Companies fire workers who try to join unions and hide behind toothless laws that are meant to protect working people but are manipulated to benefit corporations.
TOS agreements.
Is economic terrorism at its best. An individual cannot withstand such an assault. A fired worker cannot afford corporate delays, and these greedy employers know it. There are no consequences for the company, only the worker. We need corporate welfare reform. Under our current system, massive companies like Amazon, Uber, Lyft, and Walmart take zero responsibilities for the workers they employ. These companies offer no real health insurance, no retirement benefits, no paid leave, relying on underfunded public assistance.
Yep.
And who foots the bill? The individual taxpayer.
We do.
The biggest recipients of welfare in this country are corporations, and this is real corruption. We must put workers first.
That's right. That's right.
What could be more important to the security of our nation than a long-term investment in the American worker?
That's what I'm saying. Invest in us, ourselves.
In 2021, Teamsters nationwide elected me to fight for them, and that's precisely what I'm doing. Something is wrong in this country, and we need to say it out loud. I will always speak for America and the American worker, both union and non-union.
I want to be on this team, man.
I challenge each and every one of you, and especially my friends on the Democratic side, to embrace cooperation, to truly collaborate, to achieve meaningful and productive change, to ensure we make this great nation in this world the bigger, faster, and strongest nation in the entire world.
Make America great, baby. MAGA. MAGA.
I love this country. The Teamsters love this country. Our 1.3 million members move America on the roads, in the ports, on the rail, and in the air. And at the end of the day, if the powers to be stop me from raising my voice on behalf of American workers, I will not have one single regret. I still carry my commercial driver's license. I still have my place on the union seniority list. You'll find me back in Boston driving a tractor trailer, delivering equipment for Shaughnessy and Ahern, because I have the protection of a union contract that gives me the freedom to speak my mind and to fight like hell.
That's
God
me,
bless
baby.
the greatest nation. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I love that, man. I love that. Man, that right there. Let me stop sharing that screen real quick. Man, that right there. That was Sean O'Brien. Sean O'Brien. You might have to go all the way back to the beginning, Greg, but his name's Sean O'Brien. But yeah, man, that guy, like you see a lot of YouTubers out there. I want to work for Uber. I want to work for Lyft. I want to work for DoorDash. Me, I want to work for a guy like that. I want to fight for drivers. Don't put me on the team of an enemy. Don't put me on a team of domestic terrorists. No, put me on that guy's team. I want to fight. When I say we the 300, y'all see that 300 on there, that 300 glowing on that money? Because 300 be about that money. That's why you see 300 glowing on that money sign right there. That and my man Antonio, hey, man, wear it with pride, brother. Wear it with pride. We out here trying to get your money. Got that 300. Because I don't want to be one of them guys. Oh, yeah, I like to work for Uber. I like to work. No, I don't. No, I don't. I want to be out here. When I tell you make counter offers to these riders out there, when I tell you go out there and get your money, don't worry about these apps. I mean it. You see a lot of people jumping in the comments, haters all the time. And I'm sorry for the people on Facebook that are commenting on Facebook because I always see it afterwards. I can't see your comments on Facebook. I can only see them on YouTube. So come over to my YouTube channel and you can use, you can comment and be in here. I can't see you on Facebook. But man, they have it. That's what I'm saying, man. When I walk through the store, this is what I'm about. I'm about getting that money, man, because I got things to pay. I got bills to pay. I got economies to help, local economies to provide for. I don't just want to work 80, 90 hours and barely be making it. I don't want $9 an hour, $20 an hour at 80 hours. I don't want that. I want to go out there and make $80 an hour, $100 an hour, 50, 60 an hour. That's what I want. If I'm on that road knowing I got to take care of that car, I got to go out there and get my money. I can't let them make money on my back. They charging these riders $80, $90 an hour for our cars, $80, $90 an hour for our cars. And yet we're getting 15, 20. Yeah, I'm gonna look at the text in a minute, Eric. I try to stay off that phone while I'm doing it, man. Yeah, and I'm sitting there going $80, $90 an hour. They charging people, but they paying us $15 an hour. No, I'm not doing that. So we go out there and we talk directly to the riders. And I hope that video I dropped yesterday gets riders to understand the more you use Uber, the more you are funding domestic terrorism, the more you are funding people who have the freedom to feel they can walk around and say, oh, yeah, we should do this. We should do that to a politician and be happy and proud about it. That's who you're out there representing, those people. Every time you put pay Uber. No, when you get in your next Uber, tell a person, can you do me a favor? Can you cancel this ride and I just give you cash for it? I paid $80 for it. Well, you paid $80. I'm getting $24 for this ride. Yeah, I paid $80. I'll tell you what, I give you $60. How about that? Save me $20 and make you a little more. Talk to your driver. And that's why I tell people to share my channel. I am not a rideshare channel. I took that Uber shit off my name. I am a channel about economy and community. I happen to be a driver. I'm an investor. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm an accountant. I'm a mechanic. I'm a dog owner. I got dogs and shit. So I talk about everything. So if you think this is a rideshare channel, no. So I welcome all the riders who are coming on my channel now. Love the fact that the riders are coming on and the riders are standing up going, dude, I'm going to start telling my drivers, man, I'll just pay you straight up because I don't want to invest in Uber. I don't want to put money in Uber's pockets because these guys are like domestic terrorists. I don't want to support them. But yet, like I said, what do we do with Bud Light? When we didn't like the direction they was trying to take Bud Light, the signals they were sending at Bud Light, we shut it down. We could do the same with Uber. We could shut it down. We know the signals they're sending out, the people in their company who are happy to say, I'm a domestic terrorist and I'm proud of it. If you don't like it, unfriend me. We can show places like Uber. Oh, you think you're going to be in our country freely talking about killing our leaders and our politicians? And you think that's cool? No, we shutting it down. We shutting it down. Talk to you, tap your driver on the shoulder. Hey, man, hate to tell you this, but I don't support domestic terrorism. Can you cancel this ride and I just pay you cash? I'll cash app you or Venmo you. You got Square? Or I just don't support domestic terrorism, man. I'm sorry. I'm glad you came here to pick me up on Uber, but I want to take it off Uber. I just want to pay you straight up. Man, I'm glad, Josh. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that. I tell all my riders about you and your YouTube. And because we're about community, we're about economy. Everything that Sean O'Brien said, we have talked about on this channel. We've talked about big tech coming into our community, taking over. We've talked about the elites. We speak about elites a lot on this channel. And we're a small channel. We are the only gig channel that ain't scared to stand up. That's why I say we the 300. A lot of these motherfuckers tuck their tails. I want to work for Uber. I want to work for Lyft. I want to work in corporate. I should be hired by corporate. Man, fuck that. I'll be a Teamster before anything else. I'll be working. I'm working for the people out here who's actually doing the work. I want to work for housekeepers. Housekeepers don't get paid enough to make these rooms look beautiful. When people walk into the casino, they don't care about the financial statements. When people walk into a casino, they don't care about the accounts receivable department. They care that the room looks beautiful. Man, the room is beautiful. The windows are sparkling clean. I can see the whole damn city. Who cleaned them windows? Who made that room look like that? Get that person some money. The housekeeper, vacuum. Oh man, this room smells good. It smells amazing. It smells like, get that housekeeper more money, because that housekeeper is who's creating that experience for that person in real time. These executives are overpaid. I don't give a fuck about these executives. I used to be one. And you can ask anybody who used to work with me, anybody, if I said, I think I'm making too much. I've said that I think I'm making too much because this shit ain't worth this. This job ain't worth this. When I walked away from corporate America, I walked away because that shit wasn't worth it to me. I can't sit in the house every day knowing I got to show up in the office the next day. Nice big ass Cadillac Escalator, or I might roll on my motorcycle to work. Nice badass suit. Yeah, I used to wear a suit, riding a motorcycle, wearing a suit. But I got people who work in the same building. They got to go to another job when they leave. Same building I'm working in. They got to go to another job when they leave. And they doing all the work. I'm just doing the financials. Ain't nobody ever seen the financials. Why the fuck am I getting paid so much? Financials don't make this place work. The people who work this place make it work. So I was one of those people. I just didn't feel right. I got a soul, man. I was just born with a soul. I wasn't born, thinking the world has to want me. The world's got to, I got to go out there and make sure the world likes my shit and likes everything about me and make me look like I'm important. The more I made, the less important I felt, because I'm looking at everybody else struggling. Motherfuckers walking out the building, dragging their tails because they didn't make enough today. And I'm sitting there making too much. I'm like, I'm making too much. I even went off one time because we had this vice principal one time at this charter school I worked at. We gave him a contract for $80,000 a year. $80,000 a year. We gave him a contract. That's not bad. That's not the bad part. $80,000 a year. He was only there from January till June. He came in halfway through the year. Whoever the previous accountant was before me calculated his salary at $80,000 a year. Even though he came in at the 6-month mark, he should have only been paid $40,000 from January till June. And I brought this shit up and I emailed everybody and said, hey, this dude's not stupid. He knows he shouldn't be making this much. We're paying him $80,000 in 6 months. That's $160,000 a year we're paying this man. And they was like, well, so since we overpaid him, can we ask for some of it back? This is money for these black kids. This is a charter school for black kids. We should be able to ask. This dude ain't stupid. He know he shouldn't be making this much. $80,000 a year don't mean $80,000 in 6 months. I know math. I'm an accountant. But they paid this man that. And because I was bringing up such a huge problem about it, they didn't like me. Because Jeff's in here I'm causing a problem because I am the accountant you hired to do this shit. You're not the accountant. I'm the accountant. This is on my back when I'm cutting these checks knowing math. I know math. So this is on me looking like an idiot, and they wanted me to look like an idiot. I walked away from that. I put the motherfucking jobs on keys. I said, nope, I'm out. I put them keys on the motherfucking desk and left. I said, Yana, and I was there for about 1.5 years. They brought this man in at the 6-month mark, and I'm looking at this shit like, wait a minute, hold up. Why are we paying this dude $160,000 a year? What do you mean? There's only $80,000 a year. I know math. We brought him in on January. It's June. He's made $80,000 from January to June. It's not a year contract. So they wanted me to, okay, Jeff, just let it go. No, motherfucker, my name is on this. My name is on this. It says Jeff Watts on everything I signed in this office. Your name ain't on this shit. You saying, Jeff, let it go. Motherfucker, I'm not stupid. What I'm going to do, sit in court and go, well, they told me to let it go. Jeff, you a grown ass man with an accounting degree. You really let these motherfuckers tell you to let it go and you let it go for real? You really did that? Yeah, they told me to, so I did. No, I wouldn't let it go. And I said, if this is how you motherfuckers gonna roll around here, I'm out. I put my keys on the desk and I never worked in corporate America ever again. That was the last time I worked. That was in 2012, April of 2012. April 2012 was the last time I ever worked in corporate America. I said, if this is how you motherfuckers really roll, I'm out. I walked away. Months later, I'm sitting in St. Louis. Why do I see people, the same charter school network, all being indicted? All being indicted for financial crimes, all being indicted. They called me. I was in St. Louis living in Kirkwood at the time. They called me. They talked to me. I had a huge red folder full of fucking emails, and I told them everybody's name on the email. I said, I will email you this shit. If you want to see what I did, I'll scan it and send it in. I wasn't on any network no more. So So I said, I'll scan this shit and send it in to you. I got a thick ass. I think I still got that folder somewhere around here, all fucking names and emails. And I said, I showed myself telling all these people exactly what was going on. All these people were getting financially indicted left and right. People was calling me, Jeff, you see what happened to such and such? Yeah. Man, turn on the news, Jeff. You see what happened to such and such? Yeah. Man, that would have been you. Man, I know it. I'm not stupid. My name is on everything. I'm signing all this shit. It's people still on my Facebook, still on my Instagram right now, probably sitting there listening to this shit going, yeah, he right. He right. I remember that shit. He right. Yep, he right. It's like, motherfucker, I'm not stupid. Accountants go to prison for shit like that. You don't sit up there and tell me to look the other way while you guys are getting the benefits of the crime going down. I'm the financial guy. You telling me just look the other way, Jeff. Don't even worry about it. And getting mad at me because I discovered all these financial crimes with contracts and everything going down. I said, fuck that. I started working on cars for a living. Cars don't bullshit me like that. I can find a car, put on an alternator, I'm good. I can put on a set of brakes, I'm good. I can put an engine in, take a transmission out, I'm good. But dealing with these shady motherfuckers in corporate, I'm not good. I'm not good. Too many personalities, too many shady ass people. So I walked away from corporate. I was 38 years old and I hung that shit up. I have not used my accounting degree since I was 38 years old. I'm 50 now. I'll be 51. I said, fuck them. Fuck this accounting degree. I'm out. I walked away from it all. When you start working around these elites and people who think they're elites and people don't realize they're stepping on people in the process of them climbing the ladder, you're not stepping on me. And this is why I never wanted to go back to corporate ever again. And I hear speeches by, Sean O'Brien. I'm hearing speeches like this and that. I'm like, man, I would love to work for people. I would love to just work for people. Somehow YouTube gave me a platform on Facebook, told me to shut up because I was trying to help people on Facebook. I'm helping people think critically and let people know you guys are being swindled and bamboozled into some shit. Don't do it. Listen, I do my research. I'm an auditor by heart. I audit information. I research. I dig up information. I'm an auditor. I'm auditing the healthcare industry right now. And I'm telling y'all, they're lying to y'all. I'm auditing this shit. And Facebook's like, you know what? Quit auditing everybody and we're going to shut it down, Jeff. Just walk away. So I shut my Facebook down. Got on YouTube. YouTube said, we don't care about you. Do whatever you want to do. Of course, other YouTubers didn't like me. But just like Sean said, a lot of people didn't like, the Teamsters unions. They didn't like them people. Republicans didn't like them. Democrats didn't like them because they all wanted something from the people. They wanted the plantation. They didn't want people to wake up and get off the plantation. When you're unionized, when you have all of this power, the elites over you can't control you. That's why Uber don't want it. Lyft don't want it. Nobody wants us to come together. When I started running my channel from the very, very beginning, go back and like I said, on my channel, there's a playlist. My very first playlist says recently uploaded content. All of that content is 6 months older or less. It's 6 months old or less. Once it hits 6 months old, it goes to another playlist, whether it's a cash ride, whether it's, a Wrangler mod, whether it's something like that, it goes to a different. So if you go look at any of my other playlists, you will see I have always been about the 300 from day one, because I always envision drivers not competing against each other, but competing with each other, making each other better. Hey, how much you make? 100? Good shit. I love that, man. I'm going to try to go out and make 100 too. I only made 80. I'm going to go out and do that. Hey, how much you make? 50? Damn, I only made 35. Shit, man. I got to go out and make 52. I got to go do it. Competing with each other, not against each other. 50. Oh, you lying. You ain't make no 50. You full of shit. You this and that. You ain't. Well, how much gas you use? How much time did it cut? That's what you normally see on Facebook. Nobody's inspiring each other. Nobody's competing with each other. Everybody was fighting against each other. I said, I'm starting a channel completely different. Everybody said, your channel ain't going to make it. Everybody said your channel ain't gonna be shit. And y'all know I'm not lying because I used to roll with a group and y'all know the group I used to roll with. I'm cool. I say name Rideshare Garage. I don't hold shit back because y'all know how I am. I used to roll with that crew when I first started. And they always told, and I used to give them game. I used to give them free game. I would give them free game. I would tell them shit in text messages, in text strands, in free game. Hey man, if we do this, we can grow faster. If we can do this, we can get this type of audience. If we do this, we can. And you know what they used to tell me? Nah, we cool on that shit. Nah, fuck that. Nah, we cool. We're going to do it the way we going to do it, Jeff. We don't want fuck that. And y'all know how I am. Y'all know. I say names. I said, well, I'm out of this group then. I'm out of this group. Because if you don't want to listen to me, it's cool. You don't have to listen to me. But the counter is, I don't have to follow you. That's the counter. So if I say, I'm going to go do my own fucking thing, exactly what I was trying to get them to do, I did. I'm at 10,500 subs, fucking making almost $2,000 a month on a fucking YouTube channel every month. Where they at? I tried to help them. Now it's summertime. It's slow as shit. My bank account is dwindling fast as a motherfucker. YouTube's the only thing really holding me up. Cash rides are holding me up. Private rides are holding me up. These apps ain't paying me shit. I ain't had a ride on Uber in over 5 weeks. I done had maybe one black ride in the past 5 days with fucking Lyft. How you think I'm doing this shit? Y'all hold me the fuck up. That's how. Y'all hold me up. And I'm one of those people that I'm like, hey, man, I'm going to keep fighting through it. I know the summer is just a period. It's slow every summer. I just got to fight through it. When I get on the other side of summer, now I'm back to making money now. Now I'm back to making money. And I'm one of the, hey, Samly, I know it, brother. I know it. But I tried to help people. Even when I was part of, I said, man, this is how y'all should be doing this. But like I said, sometimes if you get in groups and motherfuckers want to be the big man on campus, I'm not trying to be the big man on campus. I give all my credit to all the drivers on this channel for building this shit. I tell y'all, I might host this channel. I might got the microphone and the camera, but the energy from this channel, when y'all going out there, talking to these riders, talking to other drivers, sharing these videos, moving shit. This is how we change our whole communities. This little channel ain't shit standalone. It needs people who are strong enough to take everything we discuss on this channel out there. And I need strength. You guys are saying, hey, we're going to go out into this fucking community. And I'm going to talk to drivers straight up. He said, hey, Jeff, when you let Rideshare, I'll stop watching. And this is the thing. I don't knock them because everybody's channel is going to be different. Everybody's shit's going to be different. I don't watch them because I think they're moving in slow motion. And that's just me. I think fast. I speak fast. I move fast. And when I'm trying to help people, get from point A to point B, I'm going to give you some advice. And it might be, like I said, everything I tell somebody, I tell them what I'm doing. I'm one of those lead by example motherfuckers. I don't delegate. I don't sit around going, hey, man, go do this, go do that, go do this. But I don't do it. I go do it and say, hey, man, let me do it first to make sure this shit even works. So I go do it and it works. And I'm like, oh, shit, this shit's been working. I've been doing cash rides since I was 15 years old, 15. And you see all these other people. Oh, if you do cash rides, you're going to wreck your car. If you do, motherfucker, I've been doing this since I was 15, 36 years of doing this. And you say I'm going to wreck my car. When I'm 18, I can't do it when I'm 18 because I'm 50. When I'm 25, I can't do it when I'm 25 because I'm 50. When am I going to wreck my car over this fucking 35-year span? You tell me when. Well, one day, sure, one day. But in the meantime, I've been making a whole lot of money taking care of myself. I don't want to be in somebody's boat. If I see what they're doing, I don't do it. This is why you think I'm here at 3 p.m. on a Tuesday afternoon. Your show is just 100. Thank you, Jess, my brother. And I even had certain videos that I only had people on the Rideshare Garage watching. Just them. I only tagged them because I wanted them to expand their channels. That we need to expand these channels. We need to move faster. This is how we can do it. And they looked at me and says, nah, we cool on that shit. We ain't worried about you. And I was like, okay. Paul, my brother, in addition to cash rides, what do you think about setting up Square Payment and Clover to let private riders pay by credit card? Oh, Paul, we do that all the time. I actually have Square Payment on the back of my truck. Like if you look in my cash rides playlist and stuff, you can see on the back of my truck, it says Square accepted. I use Square payments. I show everybody all my airport stuff, everything Square, all my business people. I use Square. I email invoices. I text invoices. We use Square heavy on this channel. I said Square. Clover, I have no idea about Clover. So if you need to talk about Clover, you got to talk to somebody else, but I'm saying Square. We use Square heavily on this channel. So yeah, I'm glad. Thank you for the super chat, brother. I appreciate the real direct question, but I answered direct. I think Square is critical. If you want to do private and cash rides, Square is critical. Everybody's not going to use Venmo, Cash App, Zelle. They're going to want to invoice so they can get reimbursement from their company. This is how you do it. Send that Square. Yeah, Square charges about 1% and 10 cents for each transaction. On every $60 ride I do, every $60 ride, I get about $57 out of it. Every $80 ride, I get about $77 out of it. I just did a $50 ride. I got like $48 out of it. So you're going to get a transaction fee. That's it. So if they're paying $50 for a ride on Uber, you're getting $23, $24. If they do a $50 ride on Square, you're getting 57 out of that, or 47, 48 out of that. Because I don't do the automatically, send. I don't automatically download my transaction instantly. Because if you download it instantly, you pay a little more. Instead of 48, I would be getting 47 something. I'm cool on Square. I just let Square pay me when they pay me. I don't rush them. So every transaction that goes through Square, I automatically just let it it just hits my bank account at some point. Whole smashes. Oh yeah, I remember you talking about Square in your videos before I had Square in 2017. Oh yeah. And have it your way, says Paul. I got my Square sticker from Jeff in the mail today. Hey, have it your way. And don't forget, man, if your windows are hot, and you want to apply that sticker, once you clean the window with like Windex and everything, alcohol or whatever, put the sticker on with the tape and everything on there, and just keep pouring cold water on it. Just keep pouring cold water over it while the tape is still on it. And as you're pouring cold water over it, it's cooling that glass off behind it, because with a window too hot, the adhesive on the decals are real gummy. The heat makes it real gummy, and it just pulls right off, because heat can get even on these shirts. If you keep drying these shirts over and over in the dryer on high heat, the adhesive is going to get real gummy, and letters are going to start coming up on the end. I only do mine on medium for about 30 minutes. I put them on a hanger, smell fresh all the time. And so if you're doing it on the window, keep pouring that cold water on it, and then slowly start peeling. And all of a sudden you'll see the decal is stuck on the window. No issues whatsoever. Jamil just put his on yesterday too. He did the same thing. Yeah. So it's like, say, how do you set up Square? First, you got to download the Square app. Once you download the Square app, it walks you through the process of setting it up. I mean, it's real easy. It's going to every screen in front of your face, read the whole screen. I'll start at the top and I'll read it all the way through, because I don't want to have to do shit twice. A lot of people like to look at the bottom. I mean, it's natural. Usually when people pull up a website or pull up everything, the first thing they do is look at the middle or the bottom. Nobody starts at the top. The top helps me I do everything once, because I start reading at the top, and I'll start reading and shit'll start making sense. And I'll be like, oh shit, cool. Usually people jump to the middle or to the bottom because they see like a square at the bottom. Your eyes follow colors. So you see a blue box, you jump to that blue box, but you don't look at none of the text above the blue box. You click the blue box, and then you go, well, shit, I didn't do what was on the previous screen. I start at the top, and I just start reading everything, man. It's easy. So also, you might need an adapter if you're using Android. See, we have Tap to Pay now. So Tap to Pay, what Tap to Pay does is we can hold it to the back of our card. All good, have it your way. And even Paul said you might need an adapter if you use an Android. Back in the day, I did need an adapter. You stick it into your ear jack, and you can slide the card through it. Now, Androids, you just hold your phone up. It's like the back of your car. You just do like this, and it goes, boop. A little smiley face pops up on the screen. But you got to take your cover off, because it has to be next to the back of your phone like this, and the card will do it. If it doesn't work like that, then that's the type of card they got. So you got to probably type it in manually. See, I don't know what's wrong if drug dealers or these corrupt companies are slaving us. Who needed Trump supporters on this one? Love you, Jeff. Yeah, exactly. It was worse, drug dealers or these companies? It's these damn companies, man. Man. This shit's crazy. See, the Square send you at the year of 1099. Yep, they'll send you everything you need at the end of the year. They don't keep that information. They'll send it to you. You'll get everything you need for your taxes, man. And make sure you keep all your receipts, because any income you make, everybody's going to track your income. You don't worry about. Your main concern is track your receipts. Receipts are how you end up paying less in taxes. Income is how you pay more in taxes. Don't worry about the income. They got you covered. You just track the hell out of your receipts as much as you can. Gas receipts, whatever it is. If you lose a gas receipt, be like, shit, I lost a gas. Walk in and ask, hey, man, I lost my gas receipt. Is there any way? Say, okay, cool. Let's see if we can help you out. It's like, get them receipts. Look on your bank statement. Use one card for nothing but gas. That's it. So you can just hit that button. Or if you're using a card, just a business expense card, you can categorize gas. So that way you pull up all your gas, everything. Pull it all up. Oh, yeah. So I use the terminal with Square. It works great. Oh, yeah, Marquette. Like I said, you got that little, you can use the keypad terminal, or you can use the little Square adapter you put in there. There's so many different ways you can do it. So many ways. Square is perfect, man. And I'm telling y'all, like tonight, I got an appointment. I got to pick up the doc at like 7. And if he's not ready by 7, he said he'll let me know if it's going to be a 7 flight or a 9:55 flight. He'll text me before he gets on a plane. But it's 100% Square, 100% Square. My man Tyler, same thing, 100% Square. These guys are all business guys. They don't want to do Cash App or Venmo. They get write-offs. These are all businesses that they're doing. So if you're going to do private rides, you're going to do cash rides, you got to use Square. Square is very important. And we get a lot of, like I said, we get a lot of app employees, and we get a lot of haters jumping in the comments on my videos. Y'all can't be doing no cash rides. You can't do private rides. I just remove the comment. I just remove it. I don't block them. I remove it. because when they come back and see that they're commenting there, all that shit they just spent time typing, this whole motherfucking 2 paragraphs, they say, he just removed it. Yeah, I did. Pay attention to what room you just walked in. It's cool if you want to come in and have a conversation, but don't bring no rhetoric to my channel, because we keep it real over here. We really out here making money. If you know somebody who have had an accident doing private rides or whatever, and you got the video, and you, like I said, my man Duato, he sent me his progressive insurance claim. Send me all of that shit. I want the progressive claim. I want the Uber claim. I want all the shit you got. But if you just come over here without we don't buy fear over here. We don't do the fear thing. We do the money thing. So you come over here trying to sell me some fear, I'm just going to remove your comment. Fear sold separately. Take that shit to another channel. Sell it over there. Don't sell it over here. Because if you want to sell me some shit, sell me something real. Send me I need to see the progressive statement showing the accident. I need pictures of the accident. I need to see the police report. That way I could do a real video. I could do a real video about something that really happened. But all this rhetoric and bullshit, I don't deal with that on my channel. I don't. And this is just one of those channels we keep it 100. We got a lot of channels that like that kind of shit because they go out there and they love the communications. They love the comments. They like haters on their channel because it gives their channel some activity in the algorithm. I don't need activity in the algorithm. We got the spotlight on us already. We don't need shit on. Keep that shit away from me. I don't deal with it. What Josh say? Since I picked up a lawyer yesterday and almost immediately put him in the car, he asked me for a business card. That's what I'm saying. And a lot of lawyers out there need to get with these drivers out there because we go through so much. Not only do we have our own issues, but we meet people who might need an attorney. Man, I just got into an accident yesterday, man. I don't know what to do, man. I'm this and that. Hey, I actually got an attorney's card. Take a picture of this card, man. This attorney was with me yesterday, and he does accidents. If attorneys, an attorney, I'm going to tell you right now, any attorney out there, if you are driving your own car, if you're driving your own car around town, attorneys, listen, you're making a mistake. This is what you do. You get inside of a rideshare car, an Uber car. You can do cash, whatever you want to do. That is your marketing right there. Get in the car with them. Pay them on Square. Pay them on Cash App. Tell them as an attorney what you do. You are doing a business transaction as you're driving around. It's a completely free trip. It's going to be wrote off. Completely free trip. Tell this driver what you're doing. Give this driver a small stack of business cards. Tell him, hey, man, if anybody comes to you for this, I'll actually give you, if we can settle a case out and everything else like that, I'll give you something out of the case, man, just for you being a driver, helping me out. Attorneys, get inside of these rideshare driver cars. We talk to people all day, every day. Real estate agents, don't drive your own car. Get in the car of a driver. Tell them about home ownership, how to get a home, how to apply for a home. Use that driver as your marketing tool. We could be making so much more money out there on the streets if people knew who we were and what we really did. We run into people every day. Man, I'm looking to buy a house, man. I'm trying to get out of this condo. We sitting in the car. We ain't got no cars from no real estate agents. Nobody help trying to, and we know somebody sitting right here who's a potential home buyer sitting in our back seat. If you're a real estate agent, just get on your app. Say, I want to take a ride for, 5 minutes. It's going to take me 5 minutes to talk to this guy. Okay, the ride costs $15, whatever. Who cares? This is a $15 marketing expense. $15 marketing expense you're doing on this Uber ride. It's transportation, but it's also marketing. You paid $15 to market. This Uber driver runs up to 20 to 30 people a day he could be marketing to you for, 20 to 30. And you paid $15 for this. Over the course of a month, I can't tell you how many people I run into. And you're paying $15 for that marketing expense. And you're saying, hey, man, if you can help me, sell a house, isn't it? And you just roll with them from here to Starbucks. But from here to Starbucks, you got this driver like, man, I can't wait to meet somebody who needs an attorney. I can't wait to meet somebody who needs a real estate agent. Man, I could probably make, a little money to help somebody. That's all it is. That's all it is. And it's not, landlords who have properties need to rent the tenants. Yeah, all they got to do. Say, recommend setting stuff as an LLC or proper rights. You can, Paul, no problem. A few of us do that. It's totally cool. So as landlords out there, if you own properties and you thinking, well, I'm going to have to put up flyers. I'm going to have to go pay for this, pay for that. Just jump inside of a rideshare car. That's it. Jump in a rideshare car and say, I'm going to it's going to cost me $15 a market today. Why? Because I'm going to jump in this rideshare car. I'm going to drive down the street, $15, go to Starbucks, then ride back. I'm marketing to 2 different drivers. We talk to people who need man, I'm moving out. I don't know where to meet. Man, my lease is up at the end of the month. I don't know where to go. dude, actually know a landlord. Hey, take this number now. Call him, see if he got any property. If he rents the property out, he's like, hey, man, if you rent the property, I'll give you $25 just for passing my name. $25 for me is a quarter tank of gas. And a quarter tank of gas, I can make like $200. So that 25 really becomes 200. Because you give me 25, I'm going to go put that in my gas tank. It's a quarter tank. I can make $200 now. So I'm flipping my money. I'm investing that 25. I'm not going to go spend that 25 somewhere. No, throw that shit in my gas tank. Here, it's going to make 200. Now I'll go spend the 200. That's how I do it. So if you say, hey, man, for everybody who I can get to rent a house, we're an untapped resource. Drivers are untapped resource. Yet, what do? We ride around with these octopus ass envelopes octopus iPads in our car and shit. And we get paid pennies on a dollar from what they get in revenues from this thing. And we're sitting there like, how come we don't get a bigger cut? It's elites exploit people who don't realize their value. When you realize your value, you can't be exploited. It's impossible to exploit you if you realize your value. Because you're gonna look at them sideways like, what? You don't give me $100 a month for that? $100 a month, bro? You probably making about $3,000 a week off of me doing that shit though. So you're giving me $25 a week to make $3,000 a week. You're really gonna do me like that? I'm like, if you're gonna use me for it, and you know you're making 3 G's on me, can I at least get like 10%, 20%, something like that? I mean, you're giving me $25 a week for the shit to run this little tablet in my. No, man, take that shit out of my car, because I'd rather do it myself. Yeah. What up, Abby? What up? I say, I got cars for those. She's a bartender on the weekend. She took my car. I took hers. Yeah, that's what it is. Sometimes you got to do that, man. Cross marketing back and forth, because we are our own communities. We are a part of the economy, and we're moving information. Information is powerful. We're moving information. Somebody needs something. We link them with somebody who has it. That's moving information. Hey, man, I need somewhere to go for my 15th, my 15th wedding anniversary. This, and I got, this many. Hey, call this bartender. They got a huge side room. They got an outdoor patio. Call this bartender, see if you can set it up. Now they feel important. Oh, for real? They go there. They already got happy anniversary balloons. Everything's all set up and shit. Man, sometimes you do it. Hey, Shay, what's good? Not in the pool today? I already went out and I fixed it last night. I changed my filters out last night about 1 o'clock in the morning while I was talking to Eric. So I did all of that. And this morning I went and turned everything on so we could start cleaning the pool out. So I'll be out there. Yeah, I'll be swimming a little later because I got a 7 p.m. appointment. So I got to be out of the pool by at least 6 o'clock. If I'm out of the pool by 6, that's time for me to get up, wash the truck off, shower up, then be on the road. I got to give myself a good hour 15. Say, hey, thank you so much, Jeff. Bought my Hyundai Elantra Limited last year. The vents are all messed up. Riders say it's fine, but it's a blemish and it bugs me. eBay has made it possible to get it all fixed. I'm an eBay king, man. I'm an eBay king. I love eBay. I've been on eBay since 2003. I love eBay, man. So in other words, we're power brokers. Basically, that's what we are. We're just brokers. We're brokers of information. And when we don't realize that we're brokers, Paul, when we don't realize it, we could be exploited for that. We're giving people our location data, access to our microphones, access to our cameras. We're giving people all the information, all the data, and we're just sitting around driving like we have no idea what's going on. I know what's going on. They're using all of us to broker data for driverless cars, broker data for business in the area. When you put on your search for devices, like I leave my search for devices off. That means they don't know who's in my back seat. They don't know what car I'm driving because my cars have Bluetooth. They don't know, they don't know what area I'm in, what restaurants are around me. Because when you have search for devices, it locks onto all the Bluetooth and Wi-Fi networks as you're driving down the street. They know exactly where you are because they can search your data and say, like, he was next to a Starbucks, he was next to an In-N-Out, next to an AT&T store, he was next to a movie theater, because you got search for devices. I turn all that shit off. They have no idea where I am sometimes. Location data, that's it. But they don't know what devices are around me. So we can look forward to a late night live later this week. Yes, with crystal clear water. Oh, yeah, if the water ain't hot. I got to look at a pool chiller and see what pool chiller means. Because somebody said, hey, man, get you a pool chiller. I never even heard of one. So now I got to look it up and see what it is. Because that water be like bath water at nighttime. I'll be like, man, it's hot. This word spread is careful because places, cops are smart enough to know what they know, stuff they don't. eBay and Amazon. I use Amazon when I need the parts quicker. Oh, yeah, because Amazon got like shit right here in town. They got warehouses everywhere. You can order something like 7 o'clock in the morning and 5 o'clock p.m. They're knocking at your door like, damn, when did I order that shit? Today? Damn. Amazon is super quick. It costs a little more on Amazon, but you're paying for that efficiency. You're paying for that speed. Trust me. The extra $5-6 is worth it, because you order off of eBay, that shit might take 4 days. It might take 2 days. You don't know what eBay. It depends on when the seller ships it. You just don't know. Amazon, you be like, man, I can get it off for $18 off of eBay, or it costs $24 on Amazon. Yeah, get the Amazon. So get the Amazon. Just pay the $6. I got to put this car back together, man. I got to get this shit done. But if it's a car that you're not using anyways, eBay, save the $6. Don't worry about it, because you save $6 10 times at $60. You can use that $60. Oh shit. You were looking around $3K for a pool chiller. I have no idea what a pool chiller even looks like, what it even is. $3K is a lot of money. Holy sheesh. I don't know, man. Maybe I don't need to be looking at pool chillers. But that water, man, that shit's you want to get in to cool off. You jump into a pool and it feels like just walking in air. That's how warm the water gets. It's like you're just standing outside of the pool. You can get in, walk out. You can just keep walking in and walking out, and you won't feel the difference. Like your body is used to both temperatures, and they're so close. Like the temperature at night be like, let's say 98, 99. The pool feels like it's the same damn temperature. It's like you're looking for something at least in the 80s, 70s, something a little lower. Man, that pool be hot as hell. Okay, you Google it. All right, I'm gonna look it up. Hey, I'm going through some of these comments right now. Oh, here we go. It says, make sure it's a driver who speaks English and understands referrals and networking, no pigeons. I would say, yeah, Mama Yoga, that's what it is. Because you got to understand, in America, we have traditions and ways of working and the ways of we do business that some countries may not have. Like we were on a video once, and we were saying how a lot of times when we do people from like the Indian countries, like India, Bangladesh, and all that, they don't tip. And it's true. A lot of people say that because in their traditions and in their customs, they feel what they're charged or what they're paying is a fair price. And that's as far as it goes. In some countries, if you eat all the food on your plate, it means that they didn't feed you enough. So it's customary to leave food on your plate. Even if you're hungry, leave food on your plate, because if you eat it, they'll bring you more food automatically, because it's only a tradition to have food left over, because they have to have leftovers. So, and it's just a difference in things like people, oh, that's racist to say they making you leave food on your plate. It's racist to say they don't tip. It ain't racist. It's customs, traditions. And I'm sick of people talking about customs, traditions, stereotypes, prejudices. These are all not racism. Racism is a belief that one race is inferior or superior to another race. That's what racism means. One race is superior or inferior to another race. That's what it means. A stereotype, it means a trend you find within something. That's a stereotype. I might say Honda's always fucking working. Honda's never break down. That's a stereotype. It's not racist against Chinese people or Japanese people. We're making them cars. It's not racist against them. Oh man, Honda's never break down. Honda's ride forever. Toyota rolls forever. That's not racist. It's a stereotype. And if I say something about a black, like, hey man, black people, they hate men in the sun too long, this and that. It's not racist. It's true for the most part. It's just a stereotype for the most part. Most black people don't like to just stand in the sun. We're not trying to get a tan. It's hot and it's uncomfortably hot. So I'd rather just be in the shade. It's not that I'm trying to not get darker. I could care less how dark I am. It's melanin. That's all it is. The tone of my skin is based on how much melanin I got in my body. It's not based on, me wanting to be lighter or me wanting to be darker. No, I just don't like being excruciatingly hot. It's like, I don't even like getting in pools at nighttime when it ain't no sun, because I think the water's too hot. It's like, man. It's like, thank you, Hulk Smash, for becoming a member, brother. I appreciate that. Well, they use proximity Wi-Fi when routers connect to your car to charge. They can get data from that phone too. Get USB blockers for charging only. Ooh, Alfonso, I think you're right, because when I hook my car up all the time, it asks me to accept or deny. I always accept it, so it runs on my phone. But I didn't even think. When other people are in my car, I bet they're doing the same thing. They're probably hitting accept on their phone or something. You can hit deny and it'll keep charging your car. I mean, it'll keep charging your phone if you hit deny. I hit accept so it can pull up my music and everything. It's tracking all my information in my phone when I hit accept. But it's my car, so I don't care. I just hope somebody in the back ain't hitting accept thinking I have to hit accept in order to charge. I think I better start letting people know that. You made a good point. And it's only like that in one of my cars. My other car don't do that. But in the Explorer, as soon as you hit accept, It says Wi-Fi, it says phone device detected or something, accept, deny. You can hit deny and it keeps charging. Yeah, I see what you mean, brother. I see what you mean. This is in Korea, belching after eating is polite. See, that's what I mean. That's what I mean, Paul. In some countries, you can do shit like that. And it's in America, we'd be like, dude, man, that's no manners. Quit burping like that. But in some countries, it means I'm satisfied. It's polite. Like belching means, man, that was good. And you ate it and you're like, man, I'm happy. We all got so many different traditions in this country. You got to kind of check people sometimes. You got to look at where they're from and be known that, hey, man, it's not them being impolite or them not having manners. It's just their tradition. But they also, in turn, have to understand our tradition. If our tradition is taking baths all the time, taking showers, wearing deodorant, wearing cologne, wearing perfume, if that's our traditions in America, and that's how we are in America, people can't be offended by it. It's what we do. Man, you wear a lot of cologne. No, I don't. It's just normal. This is what I do. Well, I could smell it. You should smell it. It's just my cologne. That's all it is. It's my deodorant, my cologne. I took a shower. I got on lotion and shit. Well, man, it's pretty strong. It ain't strong. You just stink, motherfucker. That's the difference. It's like you need to take showers. It's like we take showers and stuff over here. That's different. And I don't knock people for that shit. I just understand it. I just call it what it is. People don't like it when I call it what it is, but I don't care if you like it or not. It is what it is. This is like, it doesn't change. So you can still use CarPlay and not have data collection. I wonder how that is. I wonder how that is. Because I know Android Play in my BMW, man, it makes my phone lag so much. I don't even use Android Play because the BMW, you can do all your shit like, because it has its own Wi-Fi system. So I could just play it without even having my phone connected. It connects to like Spotify. I can read news, do whatever I want to do. But once I go Android Play, man, my phone be lagging. It's just not enough RAM in that low ass phone. It'd be lagging. So I'm like, nope. But inside of the Expedition, it doesn't lag. I don't know. This is CarPlay already has your data. Read the data papers. Regardless, you say no, it still gets data taken. Don't be naive. Yeah, I don't know. I don't use CarPlay. Even though it's Android Play in both of my cars, I don't even use it. I don't even use it. Oh, yeah. We already been online for an hour and 11 minutes. We've been online already. So we had a good conversation about it. What E-Love said last year, I was on vacation in Barcelona, Spain. They didn't use Uber and any rideshare app. When I tipped the taxi driver, they looked at me with a strange look. Taxi driver looked at you like, you think I'm not paid enough or something? Why you giving me this extra money? Don't do me like that. Fucking sitting there trying to give me a tip. Man, don't tip me. I'm paid enough. What's wrong with you? You act like I'm broke. What's wrong with you? See, in America, we need them tips because we ain't paid enough. We way different. Like, oh, man, thank you for the $10 tip because I'm only getting $8 for this damn ride. Thank you so much. See, that's the smell of confidence, damn it. Exactly. David says that's the smell of confidence right there. What do you mean in cologne? That's the smell of confidence. Shit, I walk in the store knowing I took a shower today. I smell good. Just walk right in the building like, yes. It's when you don't take a shower, when you've been working on a car, especially me, when you're working with differentials, if you're working with gear oil or transmission that maybe hasn't had the transmission oil change in a long time, you're right. I do not feel confident at all. Because when I'm working on a transmission that's had burnt, it smells like fish, like the worst fish ever. It smells like burnt transmission, something. Gear oil is the same. It's the real pungent fucking smell. Just like, and after I'm working on it, even when I shower and I got to go run to Walmart, I got to run somewhere, I could still smell it. Like it's in your skin. It's on your hands. You can wash as much. So you don't feel it's like you're walking around self-conscious of how you smell. Like, man, people gonna think I stink. They don't realize I just did a hard ass job on this Jeep. I just changed out the differential oil front and back, change out my fluids, 7W90 gear oil, shit's all over me and everything. I know I stink. And you try to put on lotion and you try to put on so you don't smell like that smell. So when you smell good, you're right. It is. You feel more confident, man. It's like, you're like, man, I don't stink. I had a good day. So it don't matter in the heat we get, you gonna sweat. Exactly. You gonna sweat out here, man. You gonna sweat. Shoot. If you don't stink, it's a good day. That's all I'm saying. And I like to wake up in the morning. I'll eat breakfast. I get all the stuff I got to do. I go in the garage real quick, make sure I got to do it because I'm going to take a shower. I just want to make sure that I don't take a shower before I do all the stuff I got to do. I'll hurry up, wipe the car down, move things, do this and do that, run, jump in the shower. That way, everything I had to get out of the way, getting oil or grease on my hands, reaching my hand inside of the tire, spraying WD-40 or PB blaster on something, all of that's out of the way. Now I go jump in the shower. I'm clean for the day now. Like, yes, now I'm clean. Now I feel confident. I can leave the house. I can go do stuff. But if I got to wake up and I'm like, Man, I got to run to the store. I stink. This body order talking about 300 today. We trying to keep it 100. We trying to keep it 300 over here. We keep it 300. If you hear us talking about, taking showers and everything, we keeping it 300. It's hygiene. Today is Hygiene Tuesday. No, man. But no, like I said, we had to talk about, that RNC convention and all that. So I'm glad everybody sat here and they went through that and we watched it, because to me, it was a critical speech to make. And people don't understand that unions never get invited to political rallies and stuff like that, because they want everybody's vote to be individual based. All your votes should be individual based on how you feel. Who do you feel the best candidate should be? Who do you feel would represent you as an American? That's how everybody wants you to be. When a union comes along, it goes, we all want this. We're all willing to do this. And which one of you guys are willing to help us get it? It's way too many people. It's not just you making a vote based on what you want to make in the voting booth. It's a union having the power to talk to electoral colleges, having the power to talk to individuals, to talk to local officials, to have people, because we already know the mayor here in Phoenix is pushing technology. And the mayor here in Phoenix has already said she wants to get rid of drivers. She wants to bring Waymo and shit. The mayor has already said it. So we know when it comes election time, in which it is, because I got my vote and shit in there, she's not getting my vote because of what I do for a living. Now, if I was a techie person and my job was to create camera tech for cars that don't drive, I would vote for her, because my job is camera tech, driving for cars that drive by themselves. And it would only make me make more money. But because I'm a physical driver, I'm a human driver, she's not going to get my vote, because I know what her platform is. So when you get unions of people like me together who know what your stance is, we know what your platform is, but we all know what we do for a living, you're not getting any of our votes, because our union says this person right here does not have your best interests at heart. She's probably talking to a politician. She's probably talking to a corporate person, talking to, elites. We don't know who she's, but she does not have your working interests in heart. Political parties hate unions. They hate them. So I don't think anybody realizes how major it was for a union to show up at a political rally. Think about it. That's never happened before. They don't do shit like that. So why would President Trump invite a man who's in charge of driver unions to the Republican National Convention? The Republican, because we know the Democrats, Tony West and all of them, run Uber and Lyft. They're elite based. Uber and Lyft are elite based. They got Tony West. They got people from the Justice Department. They got the Democrats supporting corporate America. So when you get the Republicans to say, we want to give power back to the people, please, you're a union leader. Come to the National Convention for the Republicans. We want to make sure we're fighting to get more money in you guys' pocket. Man, I'm telling you, man, it's crazy. It's crazy that a union showed up at a rally. That means the individual vote of each person is now being filtered by that union. If that union has 1 million people in it, that's 1 million votes for you. A lot of those people live in states that have really good electoral colleges where they've got, 13, 14, electoral votes coming from that. So I'm sitting there going, man, this guy, I like this guy. I want to be part of whatever he's doing, but do it in Arizona. Like whatever the hell he's doing out there, bring that shit to Arizona. I want to bring it here. It's like, I want to get drivers and workers and people in our community to realize that the elites are taking money out of our communities. The elites are taking money out of our communities using technology, using rideshare technology to get that $80 out of your pocket. Riders, I hope you're listening right now, riders, if you're out there. They're taking that $80 out of your pocket that you made from your job, taking your 80, but they're only giving 30 back to your community because they're giving 30 back to that driver. That driver has to pay for fuel. That driver has to pay for rent. There's not a lot of money coming back into the community when you're using technology like Uber and Lyft. You're not using it. So when you're using tech and you're not going straight through a driver, your community, let's say your community has $1 million circulating today, 1 million. And let's say Uber comes in and says, we're going to get 55% of that money out. We need to take 55% of that $1 million out of that community today. They're going to put rides out. They're going to send a whole bunch of ride drivers out there. Those drivers are going to be getting 45% because they take 25% off the top and then they take 30% off that. So therefore, they're taking 55% right there. They're taking 55%, anywhere between 50, 55, sometimes 70%. So that driver traps the only part of the economy that's coming back to you. That driver he's the savior. He is the last stop for that buck before it leaves your community, that driver. So if you tell that driver, I don't care what you get paid. You accepted the ride at $13, but lady, you just paid $42. Well, that's because I paid $42. I don't care what you get paid. That means only $14 is coming back into your local economy. Wake up. They're exploiting people, especially riders who don't know economy. You really think Uber is taking $74 out of the economy and putting 74 back in? No. Uber is taking 74 out and putting 15 back in. That's it. So when we go out here and we convert, we're doing it for our community. We're not converting just for our personal selves. We're converting so I can shop at stores in my community. I'm converting so I can give money to my kids so they can go to the movie, hang out with friends. I'm converting to keep all that money from our whole community. That $1 million coming out of Phoenix stays in Phoenix. Like I tell people about Tulsa, Black Wall Street. The dollar circulated that community for 21 days before it left that community. If you had $1 million in Black Wall Street back in Greenwood, Oklahoma, if you had $1 million, that $1 million stayed. There were millionaires in that city for at least 21 days. At least 21 days, that million stayed in that community before it left the community. Now, within 24 hours, a dollar is already outside our community. If you get your paycheck today, $50 paycheck because you did something good, $50 paycheck, then you take a $50 Uber ride. Guess how much of that money is staying in your community? About 20. Because you're going to give Uber 50. Uber's taking 30 outside of your community. Within 24 hours of you getting that money, it's already gone already. This is why we say, talk to your drivers. Drivers, talk to your riders. This is big. When you have the Republican National Convention inviting people who are in charge of drivers to speak, there's a reason for that. There's a reason for that, because they know tech is being used and we're being exploited, and this money is leaving our communities, ending up in big tech's pockets, and these elites are laughing all the way to the fucking bank. Why is the Teamsters president sitting at the RNC? It's bigger than what you think. It's bigger than what you think. It has never happened before. They see us coming. On this channel, we speak about it a lot. Other channels, they don't speak about it because they don't even fucking get it. They rather sit around and talk about standard mode versus advantage mode. Standard, like motherfucker. Do you see what's going on at the RNC right now? This is the first time in the history of this country the RNC has invited the Teamsters to come speak at the RNC. Never. And I'm sitting here like, am I the only one that's speaking about it? Letting drivers know we have representation, saying, hey, man, we want to get involved in politics for you guys. We want to get involved in locally, the economy for you guys. We're doing what we can do to put money back in you guys' pocket. We're doing this work. Even though we're not unionized as drivers, they're getting laws together to make sure money don't leave our communities in the way it's leaving right now. They're putting structures in order. When they say we're being exploited, we're getting tossed out, they're talking about drivers getting deactivated. Uber and Lyft know what they're talking about. Uber and Lyft shaking in their boots. They shaking their boots right now, watching the RNC like, oh my God, these drivers are going to get more power. These drivers are going to get more money. Oh my God. We don't want this to happen. Uber don't want to pay drivers more. Lyft don't want to pay drivers. We don't want this to happen. The RNC wants these people to make more money off of what we're collecting off their backs. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Yeah, exactly. So you heard it at the footsteps of the 300 come, man. And we, like I said, we started as a small channel, man. We started very small. I'm surprised we're over 10,000. I'm very surprised because I don't talk like I like people. I don't talk like I give a shit about some of these people that come in here trying to talk shit to us, and they bounce and I block them and I get rid of them because I know the energy we possess over here is an energy about families. Families of people who are putting themselves, we put ourselves in a line of fire every day. We frontline every day. We out in these streets every day, tearing up tie rods, tearing up lower control arms, windshields getting cracked, and people saying, well, sorry, you don't have that on your insurance. Actually, I do. Oh, well, let me talk to see who I can get your windshield fixed. They always trying to play us. People are always trying to play drivers and exploit drivers like we don't mean nothing to the community. If all drivers stop, if all logistics stop today, All logistics stopped, and everybody had to take themselves somewhere, take their mail somewhere, take their own packages somewhere, pick up their own food today, move their own connect contents around town, all by themselves, and no drivers. All drivers, 100% of the drivers stayed home and sat home. This world would be fucked up. That's how important drivers are, and people think it's not. How you gonna get your mail? Yeah, we got mail for you down at the mail place. You can come down here and get it. Mail carrier can't bring it? Nope, mail carrier's a driver. Driver's not bringing it. You got to come get your own mail. Hey, you just ordered something from Amazon? Yeah, well, we got it here at the warehouse for you. Come down and pick it up. What do you mean? You ain't got no driver? Well, we got drivers, but drivers ain't driving today. Come pick your shit up. Hey, we got, some mattresses we're supposed to bring to your house from the furniture store. Cool. Can you bring the mattresses by? No, you got to come pick them up yourself. We can't bring, all the drivers stayed home today. Well, when are they coming back? Probably never. So I got to come pick up my own mattresses I bought? Yeah. Dude, I drive a goddamn Honda Civic. Sorry. No drivers out there. Drivers are the blood and veins of the communities. We get shit moving. We get it moving. We are not stationary. We get it moving. So when people want to say, well, what do drivers do? What do they even do? Shh. Trust me. You ain't gonna know what you got until it's gone. You don't know what you got till, what did it say? You don't know how much something worth is until you don't have it no more, or something like that. It's some weird ass saying. I can't remember what it is. Antonio, my brother. Hey, Antonio, I was just talking about you earlier in the live stream. Hey, this is in the mail. You should be getting it today or tomorrow. Hey, I appreciate that, brother. And I'm going to tell you right now, Antonio, you're the first person, to buy this shirt. You're the first. So it's only you and I, the only two people on planet Earth right now that got this shirt. You know that, right? It's like, just feel you're in a small crew of people. It's only two of us on Earth right now that got this shirt, man. So I appreciate that cash app you sent, man. I appreciate that, man. And that's how he got it. He hit me on email, said, hey, Jeff, I want to get that shirt, but I want to cash app you because I don't have it on the website yet. So he just cashed at me the money for it. I got it all together, got everything done. Bam, sent it to him. Done deal. I get people, man. Like I said, I take care of people when I got that time, man. I'll be on it. Yeah, funny how people treat drivers of people differently than drivers of material things. We transport living beings, for fuck's sake. Yeah, I'm telling you, man. And that's the thing. If you don't think you're important, like your life is important, and you're getting in somebody's car and you don't think that this driver is important, I tell people I am a very important person. When I get in a car with a driver, that driver is the most important person in my life right now. If I am in your back seat, you are the most important person in my life right now because you got your hands on the steering wheel. If I'm on an airplane, the pilot is the most important person in my life right now. If I'm on a boat, the captain steering this month, he is the most important person in my life right now. Because if you have a heart attack and you driving that shit, I hope you are healthy. I hope you're happy. I hope you don't have a glitch in the system and just decide to make this car jump off the curb. You are the most important person in my life right now because you have my life in your hands. If somebody says the drivers are not that important to me, these are probably low quality people. Because if you don't value your own life, how are you going to value the life of the person with the steering wheel? I get in the car. Oh, motherfucker, to me, shit. You get me from here to there. I got 20 coming for you because I know they ain't paying you shit anyways. I got 20 coming for you. Oh, from here to there, like my man Eric, when he was bringing shit, Eric was like, man, you ain't got to tip me. He said, you mean you ain't got to pay me? I paid Eric anyway. I said, no, I do got to pay you. Bro, you brought me all the way down there. Uh-oh, the wife, she want to rep the 300. All right, bet. 2 more 300 rides. All right. Hey, and I'm starting to get some crazy shit now. Hey, Antonio, hey, hit me an email. I got something for you. Just for you, because you repped hard, man. I got something for you. And I'm only going to do it once. I might do myself one, but I'm only going to do this for you and your wife. I got something coming, man. When you get these shirts, trust me, make sure you send me a picture. That's all I got to say. Make sure you send me a picture because I want to put the picture on. You're going to be like, damn, this is sick. I got something just for you. Man, y'all going to love it. Y'all going to love it. Trust me on this one. When I say this, I mean it. Y'all going to love it. Man. So I'm going to hit you on Lisa's Discord. I need to buy the shirt too. Yeah, Josh, man. Like I said, a lot of stuff, like I said, I go through email a lot with people. And I know I'll be missing it a day or two. Antonio, he'll tell you. I might not see his email for like a day or two, but I always get back. If it's something I need to get back to you on, I'm getting back to you on it. We will catch up. And I want to say what's up to my girl, Miss T out there. Thank you, Miss T, because Miss T hit me up. Miss T has a client, and Miss T is like, Jeff, my client is landing in San Francisco. I need a San Francisco 300. I have a San Francisco 300. So I hit up my man, James. Look, so James, I said, bruh, I got somebody landing in San Francisco. I need you to call Miss T. Gave him the number. He called Miss T. Miss T called his client. Miss T called James. Look, they situate. Now we got somebody traveling clear across the country. We got 300 to 300. When she lands in San Francisco, 300 already picking her up already, right off the bat. This is how we work. This is how the 300 works. We look out for each other. We make sure if you go into another city, when you get there, I got somebody for you. All you got to do is email me, because I got a lot of 300 be like, hey, Jeff, man, isn't that, man? And James didn't have to ask for that. He never asked me for nothing. I hit him up and I asked him, dude, trust me, if this is okay, is there any way you could pick up somebody from the airport? I got somebody landing and I'm going to connect you. All of a sudden, yeah. So I still want the buy the vinyl square accepted. Oh, yeah. I'm going to get the vinyl square accepted. I'm going to get the square accepted out there. I'm going to get that one up. Yeah, picked up my clapper brown from her house to dinner and picking her up after dinner later. 55 each way. Converted her 2 weeks ago, and she's been hitting me up ever since. Thank you so much, Jeff. That's what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. We the 300. If we're going to come out there and go for this money, we got to let these people know. We're not going to let you get on these apps that we know are exploiting us. We know they're exploiting us. How is the Teamsters president know that we're getting exploited and he don't even drive the Rideshare apps? Because he knows it is common sense. We are getting exploited on these apps. So when you have a private client that says, I do not in my clean conscience see myself paying these apps all of this money, knowing you ain't getting shit out of it. Let me pay you straight up. Let me just pay you, because I cannot go to sleep at night knowing I just paid $65 for a ride. But 35 out of the 65 was fees, was nothing but fees. 35 out of the 65 was fees. Man, I love that coffee forum. I love it, because that right there proves there are people out there willing to stand by American workers. Even if we got to say, we're not going to go through this bureaucratic dumb shit that we know these apps are pulling by increasing fees, lying, misleading people. Oh, you're going to get 70% of the customer fare. No, you're not getting 70% of the customer fare. You're getting probably 40 to 50% of it, because the customers pay one price. And all of a sudden the customers get taxed. Boom. Who is going to go into a grocery store and pay $80 for $40 worth of groceries? If it says $40 on the shelf and you pick up an item that says $40 and you hit on the register and this is $80, you're like, excuse me, lady, can you help me? Yeah, this said $40 on the shelf. And I was scanning it and it keep coming up 80. Oh, that's taxes. That's all the fees we charge on top of that. What? Yeah, but it said 40. It's a $40 ride. That's all. It's a 40. Yeah, but it's really 80. We're charging taxes all on top of that. It's like, no, you can't do that. David, you wow. Hey, I appreciate that, brother. Thanks for the super chat for Old Spicer Jeff. Hey, this is Old Spice. Captain. Yeah, I love it. Hey, there you go. Florida 300 here. And that's what I tell people, in my video descriptions. I always put my email address on there. That don't mean email me like crazy all the time. But if you email me and you say, hey, Jeff, I got one of my private riders hit me up this week. She says she's leaving out of the airport. She needs a ride to the airport when she hits Phoenix. Is there anybody you know? Me, Kev, Jamil, Eric, who else we got? Shit. Billy. I haven't seen Billy in a minute. He's out here. We got Steve. We got so many people out here who are probably going to be available, so they don't have to land and feel lost. They land in a whole new city and they're completely lost. Oh man, I just landed. I got to use Uber and Lyft. I don't know where I'm going. If you land and you say, hey, I'm Uriel's guy, I'm the guy who you supposed to pick up. Cool. All right, bro. This is how much I charge. Are you hungry? You need to stop by somewhere and get something to eat on your way to the hotel. You need to stop, by Walmart, pick up something because you forgot something. We're going to give you ride service. We're not going to say, hey, I just got to take you from the airport to your hotel. If you say, man, I realized I forgot my toothbrush, I forgot my toothpaste, well, shit, we'll swing by Walmart. I live here. I know where it is. I'll swing by Walmart. I'll wait for you outside. And this is what we do with ride service. We take care of people the moment they land. We land. As soon as you land, we got you. Top notch. What is it? I started my own group, Rideshare and ATX, using Transit 350s and thumbtacks to funnel bachelorette and bachelor group weddings. That's what we talking about, brother. That's what we do. Keep them off these apps. We need local setups like this. Local setups. Keep them off these apps. If these apps want to sit around and play with us like this, Y'all got to get with people like Top Notch. Be like, hey, man, I know you got transit. You got 2 or 3 of them. Yeah, man, we actually need a driver Saturday. This is who you talk to. Man, I needed a driver Saturday. Now you got one. You got one off the 300 channel now. You're like, oh, shit. Man, Jeff, appreciate that, man. We had a driver end up getting sick. He was supposed to be driving this weekend. He's sick. We got 2 backup drivers off your channel, man. So, dude, he was at home sick. His wife was taking care of him. We made a phone call. Bam, got a driver to replace him. We can still do that bachelorette party, man. And this is what we do. We network to help each other. We always, because I told y'all one day I had just left my house. I was in the Beamer. I'm going down Broadway. I shot over the bridge. I was already ready to head to Tempe. Jamil, I saw Jamil's name ringing on my thing. Hey, what's up, Jamil? Hey, Jeff, sorry to bother you, but man, is there any way you can get to the airport? Luckily, it was a break in traffic. It's never a break in traffic. I'll U-turn that motherfucker so quick, came right back across the bridge. I said, I got you. And this is what we do for each other. No, man, I can't do it, Jamil. You're going to have to just suffer. You got to no, fuck that. My brother needs me. What's going on? We'll talk price when I get there. Don't worry about it. Yeah, I'm at the airport, Terminal 3. All right, cool. I'll be there in a second. We'll talk price when I get there. There is no, and once I get there, we can negotiate and come up with something that's reasonable for everybody. But to go from one airport to the other airport on Uber is like $20-something, like $24 to $29. And I'm like, no, I'll charge $70 because that's the apps are going to charge you $70. Then actually the apps are going to charge about $140. And Jamil was talking about $125, but then he had some other people land. So he was saving the money already, but then other people were landing. And I'm like, well, since I only have a car, not the SUV, I'll do it for $70. People was happy as hell. Yes. It's like, man, we just saved half the money just by dealing with Jim. We just saved half the money. Like, oh yeah. It's like, you need a cold water. Yeah, exactly. If you need something, we got you. We got you. Hey, Connie, I'm behind the current conversation. Regard to the Teamsters speech again on Rewind. Very important. All drivers save this speech if you can. Understand what O'Brien is saying about UPS. Exactly. Understand what she's saying about UPS. And the thing about UPS is I don't know if they're using, company vehicles. If they're using company vehicles and fleet vehicles, that's one thing. And a lot of us right now, we realize what's going on with the Uber Black community. The Uber Black community right now, Uber Black SUV, they're moving towards fleet. And I'm going to tell you why they're moving towards fleet. Everybody, it's kind of like the Hertz rental cars. Remember that they give you a rental car? And if you go through a rental, we're going to give you a ton of rides to make sure you can afford the rental. That's how fleet is. They're setting people up with fleet packages, setting them up with dealerships that are selling fleet cars. That's why they got AutoNation. Did you not see that Uber just teamed up with AutoNation? Eric, where did I get my truck from? Where did I get this black truck from, Eric? Where did I get this black truck from? And I'm going to let Eric, because it's funny, because I look on my Uber app, it says, Uber just teamed up with AutoNation. Go to AutoNation today. Tell them Uber sent you. Get a deal. Eric, where'd you pick me up from? AutoNation Chevy. You know why? Because they want to sit up there and get all these drivers to go buy trucks from AutoNation so AutoNation can give them a kickback, give a kickback to Uber for sending Uber to go buy big black trucks. I got my black truck from AutoNation. I know what the game is. See, another free game, Jim, is a new app called Batch. Here we go. Thank you, brother. Top notch. Another free game. There's a new app called Batch that links group events needs with private companies to facilitate the demand and need 5 or more passengers that people want value experiences. Okay, so look up Batch. If you download Batch, like I said, Top Notch right now is telling y'all it's called Batch. 5 or more, everybody out there with XL vehicles, look at it. It might be something I'll look into. I'll see if they're in Phoenix or whatever, because I would like to have, even if I did Batch once a week, just one ride a week, it's probably worth it just to have it on your app to fill in for time. It's not like Uber and Lyft, Pigeon throwing out popcorn, doing shit like that. These are, because I got a lot of private clients. So I can't stay on an app like Uber, Lyft, Batch. I can't stay on it 24/7. I got private clients. I got to deal with it. So yeah, I'm definitely download Batch. There's a yes, sir. And that's what it is. Uber sent out messages about a month ago. Make sure you go to AutoNation to buy your car. Tell AutoNation you're here because of Uber. This is why they're doing it. Yep, this is why they're doing it. Because they want to create a fleet. Uber wants to create fleet. They don't want to have an individual driver like me, because an individual driver like me, I can negotiate my rates. I can talk. I can get a private client. But with fleet, guess what fleet is? One person gets an account. and then has a whole bunch of undocumented immigrants driving them. And guess how much the undocumented immigrants are happy getting this little penny pay, because they can make more driving for somebody on Uber Fleet than renting their own car and driving Uber X. Because renting their own car, driving Uber X, they're going to make pennies on a dollar, then have to pay for that rental. But if you're just driving Fleet, hey, you're going to make more, because Uber's going to send us all the rides, just like how they did Hertz. They were sending Hertz all the rides, just like they doing up in New York, sending all the EVs the rides. Uber is discriminating against people who are not off that. So they'll say, hey, listen, if you want to sit up there and get rides with a black vehicle, like Uber won't let me get on. I have a black Expedition Max. They won't let me get on. They say that I'm going to get on if I have XXL. I can only do XXL. They won't even put that on my damn screen. They still got me on Uber Eats and Connect on this big black truck. But if I was on a Fleet, they'd put my truck on, because they knew I would be me. I would have multiple vehicles. I would be using, AutoNation to buy more cars probably. And I would have a bunch of low paid people exploiting them to do all these bullshit rides. What up, DeAndre, my man DB? So if I sit up there and by myself with my own car, with my own business cards, I cruise around and I tell somebody, hey man, Uber is charging, $170 for these rides. I'm only getting like, $85 for this ride. Tell you what, instead of you paying $170, then having to tip me on top of it, $25, $30, end up paying over $200 something for this ride. Just give me $130, $140. Just give me $130, $140. You basically saving $70, $80. Real shit. You're saving $70, $80 just dealing with me straight up. Straight up. Really? I'm happier because I'm not getting 80 or 90. I'm getting 130, 140. And then on top of that, you not paying over 200 trying to tip me out and everything. Fleet drivers have to stay on the app. They have to, because it's part of their deal. They can't do off-app rides. And this is how Uber is linking people in to do more fleets. Don't give the Uber black drivers nothing. Don't give the Uber black SUV nothing. Don't give Lyft black, Lyft SUV. Because like I said, I've had one Lyft black in the past 4 or 5 days. That's it. Because they don't want to pay me to do it. They want fleets to be involved. Because if the fleets are involved, they get money on the back end like they got with Hertz in the rental cars. They can say, hey, AutoNation's like, man, these guys have bought 3 trucks from us. Uber, you guys must really be doing good with business. Yeah, we're sending them a ton of rides. What about people like Jeff that bought one from us? Jeff's not a part of a fleet? No. Oh, fuck him then. No, we're not worried about him. We're trying to get people who are going to keep coming back to buy cars from you, because we can keep getting kickbacks. It's a racket. That's all it is a racket. So there are people paying $600 to $750 a week to the fleet owner, and it's not their account. They get the money they make on Tuesday after the fleet owner gets his cut up front. Oh, yeah. That's what I'm saying. And everybody is seeing the exploitation of these apps. Everybody's seeing it. My man King James was driving yesterday. He's driving Lyft yesterday. He was driving. They booted his ass offline. Now they got him in the background check, and he can't even get back online. To get back online, a checker screen propped up. And the checker screen was trying to make him enter his name, social security number, phone number, all this crazy shit. He was like, dude, I ain't never seen nothing like this. I was just driving and it booted me offline. Won't let me back online unless I fill all this checker information for a background check. So he called Uber, or he called Lyft, and Lyft is trying to get back to him. I got to talk to King James today to see what happened with that situation. But this is what they're doing. They don't background fleet owners, though. The fleet owners have drivers who have not been vetted. They're just renting their accounts out to people. So therefore, they background check one person, the fleet owner. They don't ask about the individual drivers. All these people are out there driving these cars and shit, completely illegal, no undocumented, knowing who they are. They probably got suspended licenses and shit for all we know. And they're driving these people around. Like I said, if I'm in the backseat of somebody, the driver is the most important person in my life right now. Because I need to trust you enough with my life that you're going to blaze to a red light, kill me, flip this thing over a ravine or something like that. I trust you. I have to trust you if you're my driver. You are the most important person in my life right now with that steering wheel in your hand. If you in a plane, the captain who's flying this flight, you know what? You're the most important person to us. The stewardess is not important to me. The person sitting 5 rows back behind me ain't the most. No, the person flying the plane, I need you to not have a heart attack, collapse while you're flying. I need you to land this motherfucker. You are the most important person here. And for drivers to be out there in these cars, riders to be out there in these cars with drivers who are driving fleet vehicles that don't know, shit, I'll be thinking about it. You're like, you know what? Maybe I don't want to put this thing on, you know, Uber or Lyft. Maybe I just want to get my own private driver. Maybe that's what I need. Because with my own private driver, I know Jeff. I know his kids. He knows my kids. I know everything about him. It ain't no, you know, he's a undocumented person trying to case my house or even tell somebody about my house. And I'm gonna tell y'all something too. So this happened probably about maybe about 4 months ago. No, it wasn't 4 months, because it was around the last time I got my palm trees cut, because I was gonna throw stuff over the wall and bring. So check this out. I live in a pretty safe neighborhood. I live by the airport, which means there's a lot of people who are coming through my area, through my neighborhood, who aren't really from here. And I'll tell you, because I know everybody in this neighborhood. We know every car in this neighborhood. There's no reason for you to be in this neighborhood unless you're picking somebody up, dropping somebody off. Because the people that live here and work here and own companies here, we don't really, you know, nobody cut. This is not a cut through neighborhood. It's not a cut through. So last year, right about this time, I'm out driving all night. Making money, out driving. It's too hot. I come home, think nothing of it. I was in the car, park the car, back the car in, this and that, go throw something in the trash can, look down the side of my house. I had 4 big ass Jeep tires gone. They were used tires. I was going to throw them out anyways, but they were all way past my driveway, all the way to the back of my house. 4 big ass Jeep tires. These are heavy tires. These are 37 super big tires, look like tractor tires. And I had them tucked behind my house. None of my neighbors would do shit for me, steal these tires from me. None of my neighbors would. It had to be somebody who was casing our neighborhood out, who either knew who I was, knew that I would be gone during the middle of the night like that, knowing when I was coming back or something like that. And it's these transient ass people who come cutting through neighborhoods when they do drop-offs here, or they doing like food delivery, whatever here. They're looking at everybody's properties and shit like that. Like I said, I got cameras installed around my property now. But it was kind of funny how I'm like, why would somebody steal some? And this is the thing, I had 2 sets of Jeep tires back there. One set was on rims. They didn't mess with the set that was on rims. They only took the tires that were not on rims, the ones that were easy to carry. And they were old as shit. I replaced them. I put new tires on my Jeep. So why would they steal a whole stack of ragged ass, old ass tires? I do not know. But that's the kind of shit we deal with. That's the kind of shit we deal with when you're dealing with people who are transient in your neighborhood, because everybody in this neighborhood lives here. Nobody just cut. The mail people come through, delivery and Uber and Lyft drivers come through. But this is not like somebody says, oh man, I got to get to this side of town. Let me cut down this street. This is not a cut through street. It's not. You have to have a reason to come down the street. It's not like that. Dara stole your tires. Yeah, exactly. It's funny shit. Them actually registered for overflow from Desert Coach if they don't have enough drivers available. If they will swing rides to his private contractors. Oh yeah, Desert Coach. Yeah, and we see them all over town. I see Desert Coach everywhere I go. And actually, I talked to one of the guys. His name was Jeffrey. He actually has his own thing. He looks like Desert Coach. But I'm sitting there like, dude. And I actually did a video about it. I walked up in his that transit, man, that motherfucker was built out. TV screens everywhere, refrigerators under every seat. And I was like, I need one of these big old Mercedes Transit. Crazy. He says, get that dog of yours earning his keep. Man, that's the thing. It was on the other side of the garage. The dogs see everything this side of the house. The garage, there's no windows over there. They can't see anything past the driveway. So you can come up and down my driveway all day. But now I got cameras, so everything's all good. It's all good. Let me see. This is how my setup looks now. Hold up. Wait a minute. I'm going to pull up just one of them. Let's see. Bing. Boop. Yeah, see that's one of my cameras there. So you can see down the side of my house right there. And you can like zoom in. Like if I wanted to make sure somebody wasn't messing with my neighbor's trucks, I could zoom all the way into his trucks way down the street. I mean, this camera's good. I can zoom in all the way down the street and make sure nobody's fucking with his trucks. So it's like, those are his trucks all the way over there. And then here's mine just sitting right next to the house right there. But I can see anybody passing by my street, my gate or whatever, this and that, because I have a street next to me and in front of me. I live right on the corner. So my camera is constantly picking things up all the time. Like all of these are clips of people passing my property. All of these clips here, like all these, I can go and clean them out. But sometimes I might want to go look. They Tristan needs some tires, like, so I can go and clean them out. See, this is one night when I was pulling my truck back in. So that I was pulling it back in. See, it comes on as soon as you start coming down that street, it clicks on. So I got everything on motion detection. Everything's in color or black and white, depending on how I want to set up. Like I said, my whole property. I got another one behind the house. Let me see. I'll pull that one up. Let's see something real quick, because I like to show people like weird shit. Because I can't wait. Somebody gonna try some shit on me, and it's gonna be the last thing they fucking try. And we're like, God damn it. Like, yeah. See. Now that's just running down like, wait a minute. That's just running down like, that just shows like the pool and everything. Y'all, you can't see it. But anything behind the house, all the way back by the pool and all of that stuff. Dude, let me see something. Cancel. I'm not recording. Yeah. So that's basically how that goes. I don't give a shit. But in this day and age, you got to have the cameras all over your property. And all my cameras around are motion detected. My camera system, I use Blink. So Blink is connected to one set, and alarm codes connected to the other set. ADT is connected to the other set. So I have 2 whole sets of cameras, running about 5 cameras. But I have 2 companies that I'm running it from. Blink, I pay $30 a year. ADT, I run $80 a month because it's connected to like my smoke detectors and everything. So, and it's connected to lights. ADT is connected to lights and everything. So I can turn my lights off and on everything through one system. The other system is just motion detection, and I can record and do shit. I could talk through it too. So if somebody's next to my house, I can open my camera and go, hey, what are you doing over there on the side of my shit? So they're all 2-way. So you can talk back and forth through all my cameras around my house. So I can hear everything. I can see everything. And it's like, it costs money, but you feel very secure. If anything was to ever happen to my house, even when I'm gone, I know I could just pull up all the cameras and I can see exactly what happened at what point in time. They Blink charging $10 a month. No, man, I paid $30 a year. That's it. $30 a year. I paid $30 and it was either, I think $7 a month or $10, something weird like that. Or it was one lump sum payment of like $30. And I was like, no way, $30? This is stupid. But they don't do, for me, they don't monitor my shit. They don't monitor it. So I got to monitor it myself. I could pay them to monitor it and it would cost a lot more. But I already got ADT monitoring. I don't need 2 monitors. Like, oh, hell no. It's like, man. So, yeah, one of his grandfathered in. Yeah, it might be like that. It might be like that. No, says, man, I know him. He's a cool cat. His Sprinter costs grip, 100K plus. Yeah. And like I said, that guy, I actually got his information, his number and stuff like that. His name's Jeffrey. Dude is cool as hell. And he saw me. I was driving the BMW at the time. Now I was driving a Jeep, I think. And I was like, hey, man, I was like, hey, I'm a driver, man. Can I check out the inside of your shit? He was getting gas up in Scottsdale. He was like, oh, cool. Come on in, man. He was cool. He wasn't like, what, you trying to case my shit out? You trying to see my shit? I just wanted to see. I had never been in the inside of when I was kitted out like that. So I went up in there. I was just like, wow, remote controls for all the TVs showing games. I mean, it's a Wi-Fi system. I was like, dude, this is crazy. There's no way I could drive that. I'd be sitting in the back of that shit watching TV all day. They're like, Jeff, you missing your ride? I'm like, oh, shit. I left my damn people standing outside. I'm here watching the game. Man. Yeah, but all my camera systems, they had to put them in my apps just because, man. It's like I got a lot of things. I work nights and I'm gone all the time at night. Daytime, nothing really happens. Everybody's up ripping and running, doing everything else like that. But at night, all my motion detection kicks on and basically you see everything. You can see everything. And I can let my neighbors, because I got everybody's phone number around me. So if I see something weird, all I got to do is call my neighbor. Hey, can you do me a favor, man? Somebody's on my camera walking right past my yard and they just walk by twice. Can you just like come out the house and just stand there for a second? Yeah, I'm like, make sure you bring your shit. Motherfucker come out. All right. Just stand in your front yard with your shit standing there. And maybe they'll walk off. It's like, man, there's this glitch your money. Hell yeah. No, man, but no, what is this? We're at about 2 hours. No, I wanted to come on and that video, I'm gonna tell everybody that video that I dropped, yesterday. I'm telling y'all that video, we to 300. That's all I gotta say. We to 300. That video is a great weapon in this war that we fighting against this technology. These people are putting their feet in their mouth right now. They're doing dumb shit. We don't have to make up nothing about them. We know who they are. We've told people who they are. We said they are not humane. They're out here running drivers in 118-degree weather. People working 80 to 100 hours a week, road fatigue, smashing cars, wrecking cars, not giving a shit about nobody. These people don't care. They do not care. And with the video I dropped yesterday, show you exactly the mentality and the corporate culture of these companies. They do not care. They, to me, is domestic terrorism. And I'll call it like it is. Because if you're going to sit around and say you're going to plot, plan, or wish and hurt harm to one of our politicians in our country just because you don't like them, that's the core definition of terrorism. We see it happening all over the country. Now we're seeing it right here, homegrown, right on our soil. So when you hit your Facebook up, copy the link off that video. Just copy the link, post it. Guaranteed you're going to get reactions from both sides on your shit. And let people react that way. Let them. Because the FBI needs to be logging these people. The FBI needs to be tracking these people because these people are making comments on social media. And then when shit hits the fan, they want to act like, well, we didn't know he would. No, let people make the comments that they want to make. Let them. Don't even delete them. Because there was a comment made on that video that I dropped. Dude was like, yeah, man, well, a lot of us feel the same way. I left his comment because I need the FBI to see that. I need that dude to be tracked. I need them to go back to the nest. If he's saying a lot of y'all feel the same way, track him and find out everybody around him. See if they're a part of something. Track them. Leave these comments on there, man. Leave these comments on there. Let these people say what they want to say. And if the FBI find out some other shit, extraneous shit, oh, man, we glad we tracked this dude because we had no idea he was a part of this, and this. Damn, we've been looking for people involved in that. Let these idiots put their foot in their mouth. Let them say exactly what they want to say. Post the video. Let it be the honey for the bees. Post the video. See what idiots, but oh, yeah, I'm glad too, man. I'm happy too. Yeah, I'm happy too. Next thing, when they sit in front of the FBI getting investigated, when they got CIA, stalking their buildings and shit, find out their company is this and that. Yeah, let them say it. Because I want these people out of our community. I want them to be outed. I want them out of our lives to the point where if they have to sit behind a cell for threats to a former president, threats, inciting riots, inciting violence, I want them to be known. So when you share that link, share it. Don't even get mad. People say, yeah, man, me too. I wish too. Let them say it. Be like, for real? Yeah. Trust me, FBI's tracking all of them. 24/7, FBI is looking for people like this, and they need to. They all need to be found. These are domestic terrorist intentions on our own soil that need to be exposed, and I'm cool with it. Let them all expose themselves. So hey, Ford say, hey, Jeff, you're great, always helping the ones that need it. A man needs a code in this tough world, and that's what it is, Fortune, real shit. If you wake up and your main code in life is to walk on everybody else and wish ill on everybody else, what's going to happen when something ill happens to you? Should everybody be sorry and sad? Because it's kind of like what happened during the pandemic. I was like, a lot of people were wishing ill on people like me. They were wishing I got sick, wishing I died, wishing something happened to me. And then when it would happen to them, how did they expect me to feel? It's like you was wishing ill on me, laughing, clapping. Yeah, I'm glad this motherfucker died. Yeah, I'm glad. Okay. And then you turn around and I'm supposed to be like, I should be sad for you when you were happy that if I was going to do something. See, Edward, I'm telling you, the FBI's full of shit, they crooked. And I'm going to tell you right now, Edward, just real shit like this, it's comments like that are comments the FBI be looking for. That's what they looking for. So if they investigate you or some shit goes down with your computer, your shit get hacked or something like that, don't blame me because you the one saying the shit. You the one saying it. So you got to realize, what you up against. You're up against algorithms. You're up against red crawlers. You can say it's true. That's cool. You can say it's true. But you have to realize the impact of your words can lead to people tracking you down. And that's true. Tell me that's not true. The impact of what you say in these algorithms, in these search engines, that shit will make it back to you. And you can't say, well, man, because of your channel, Jeff, I was on one of your live streams and now they tracking me down. What the fuck you say? It's like, I didn't say shit. Like it's all on what you typed in. Because I can't tell you how many people I got emails in my thing. People say, oh yeah, man, I don't know why they send me some sending me messages about, potential deactivation and this and that and blah, blah, blah. Because I was on my live stream. I'm serious. I will screenshot the message where somebody emailed me saying because of my live stream and shit they said on my live stream, they were in the risk of getting deactivated. I'm going to find that email in my Gmail account, screenshot it, because I know a lot of people don't believe what I'm saying. But when I'm saying things, I'm saying it for your own benefit. I'm already getting blamed for people damn near getting deactivated. I'm already the one getting blamed for it. People are emailing me, telling me I am the reason they are in the risk of getting deactivated because they were on my live stream saying something. I take responsibility for everything I say. I can't not take responsibility. I'm the one hosting the channel. I'm the one speaking on the mic. I'm the one saying it. I know everything I say puts me at risk of deactivation, but I don't want you to be at risk of something because you were on my live stream. And y'all know my channel is watched. Y'all know that already. You know app employees are watching my shit. You know YouTube's watching my shit. You probably know the government's watching my shit for all I know. I know what's going on behind the scenes. So if I'm looking out for you, I'm looking out for you. And that's why I say when people make comments on my channel about stuff, if I want these people to be, outed for being domestic terrorists, I'll leave their comments on my channel. That whole video I put up, I'm leaving their comments on there because I want the government to see who they are. I want them to say, what's the IP address of that device? Who is that person? Who is, okay, I see who that is. Let's go pay him a visit. Even Eminem, he said he did a song one time. He did a song once. Had no idea. FBI came knocking at his door. Oh yeah, so you made a song about this, and this. Yeah, I was just rapping. I was just rapping. People are listening when you don't think they are. People are listening. It's all trapped in algorithms. They scour this shit. They're looking for keywords, phrases, looking for those keywords and phrases on certain channels. I don't want my channel to become a harbor for, wanting something ill to happen with somebody. So if everybody keeps making those statements on my channel, some ill happened, like that dude said, oh, a lot of us think like this. We agree with him. A lot of us think like this. Well, the FBI is going to go follow you and see who you talking about. Catch the whole nest of y'all ass doing it. And so when y'all get busted, just like they did with the J6 people, what they do with the J6 people, they went through all of their social medias, scrubbing, looking for everybody who incited it, who agreed with it, who was participating in it. They track people down for a living. They trap people down. Exactly. This is, how is it my fault? Exactly. It's not my fault. Because I tell people, young boy, same shit. If you say something and you type something, realize this is not my server. This server belongs to somebody else. So if you type it on their server, then guess what? It's on you at that point. You can say, well, Jeff, that's what y'all was talking about. So I decided to type it. Okay. If you want to do that, oh yeah, see, there it is. Trump's in those ages, the FBI, the Eminem, think about that exactly. Because Trump's FBI was on top of shit. Trump's FBI was on top of shit. His FBI was like, if there are threats coming out, at least go check on them. Go check on them. That was Trump's FBI. If threats are coming out, go check on them. But that's Eminem. He just rapping. Go fucking check on them. Make sure he ain't trying to incite something against me. Just go check on him. But yet with Biden's FBI, it was people like, hey, man, there's somebody on the roof with a rifle. Hey, this dude right here's got a gun. They were like, for real? Yeah, man, he's bear crawling on the roof. He's right here, man. He's aiming at the president. And this guy up on the roof. And they were like, no shit. For real? You serious? That's Biden's FBI. It's like, shit's a little different, ain't it? Yeah, exactly. With all due respect, NWIST, Electra, they tried to moderate. Now they all millionaires. Yeah. I know it. This is, yeah, people got to take accountability for their own actions. Yeah, exactly, man. And I'm like, if you ain't willing to take accountability for your own words, this is a very dynamic channel. I mean, like I tell you, we're small, but we speak very powerful words over here. We move in a way that other channels won't move. We're not 100% rideshare. We're not 100% rideshare. And for anybody thinking we are because they see that we're drivers and stuff, we got riders over. We got mechanics over here. We got people that own dogs over here. We got a lot going on over here. So we're not core rideshare. We're core family. We're core humanity. We're core community. We're core people. We happen to be rideshare drivers who want to be paid fairly for what we do, but we're also private drivers outside of rideshare. We don't just do apps. We do shit outside of apps. We do contract work. We do, like I said, I do welding work. I do welding contract work. So I can't say, oh, well, since this is a rideshare channel, I can't speak about myself doing welding. No, it's my channel. So I say whatever I want to say. And there's a lot of people out there who didn't like my channel in the beginning. Well, you're speaking politics and this, I got to get off this channel because you're speaking. Hey, politics is life. Because if your life is not run by laws, you're not living. And what are laws? Laws are made through policy. Policy is created by politicians. The word poly in the beginning. Politicians create policy. Policy becomes laws. Laws become a way of your life. So if you're not into politics, you probably don't have a life. You probably just drive and go home every damn day and just take whatever you're going to take and get whatever you're going to get. We don't do that. We're talking about policy. And we know in order to make a policy different, we got to create laws for it. And if we don't create laws for it, then we just take them wherever they give us. And that's what a lot of people are doing. Now that people are doing that, man. I say, Josh, that's funny. Wait a minute. This is Jeff. Because of you, I'm making more money now. Damn it. I'm blaming you, Jeff. Hey, Jesse out there taking $12 and $16 rides, getting $60 for them. It's like, tell me that's not how you want to live. Shit. That's what I'm talking about. Wait a minute. What did y'all say? This is Stevie Wonder saw the guy with a gun, but somehow the Secret Service didn't. I know. And all the videos are out there. All the videos are out there. And I'm like, these people are loudly. And you can see the dude wasn't even inconspicuous. He was like plain as day, walking around. What up, Matt? Plain as day, walking around, climbing on the roof, big ass rifle. He was not even trying to hide. Everyone's like, hey, look at this dude. And y'all got the nerds sitting there going, we don't know what you're talking about. What do you mean? The dude with a gun on the roof. What are you talking about? I'm like, Barney Fife probably trained these motherfuckers. I'm like, how can you not see this? I'm like, man. This is policy, not law. Didn't I just say that, Jeff? You got to keep listening. Make the whole statement. I didn't say policy is law. I said policy becomes law, which means if you have a policy, you can put forth bills and everything to change that policy into a law. It means policy can become law. It's kind of like a tadpole becomes a frog. It's same shit. Tadpole's a tadpole. A frog's a frog. It's a metamorphosis it has to go through. Policy has to go through metamorphosis in order to become a law. So if you have a policy and you like that policy to become a law, you have to take it through that metamorphosis. Keep up, Jeff. You almost there, brother. Keep up. You almost there. I think many people here know policy and law is not the same thing. Policy is a policy, and it's even spelled differently. Law has 3 letters in it. Policy has like, 5, 6 letters. Totally different things. But a policy became a law, and laws can become the policy of what you have to abide by. That's what I'm saying. So I'm converting rides to private rides. Thanks, Jeff. Hey, Matt, that's what you got to do, brother. That's what you got to. And like I said, it's going to come to a point where exactly what we're doing is going to become, like I said, in Arizona, it's actually legal for us to do that. So even somebody can say, you can't do an off-app ride, because even Uber says you can't do an off-app ride unless local regulation says you can do an off-app. And I'll be like, well, let me deal with local regulations. Because Uber is not local regulation. Uber is just a narrative. Uber is a whole narrative, and they promote and push the narrative within their own app to make sure you do everything on their app. Lyft sends out messages to everybody. And guess what Lyft says? Lyft says, we have designed our app to be safe, to not allow cash exchanges outside of the app. This is what Lyft says. So if you're doing your app safe to not allow cash exchanges outside of your app, why are people allowed to give us $10 and we ain't deactivated for it? Somebody can give me $10 in my hand as a tip, and I'm not in the threat of being deactivated. Somebody can give me $100 cash tip in my hand, and I'm not being threatened to be deactivated because I did that scammy ass ride on their app, and that's all they wanted. They don't care about cash exchanges outside of their app. They don't care about that. They want you to do this scammy ass ride on their app. That's what they want. Their whole message. We have designed this app to be safe, to not allow cash exchanges outside of the app, because cash exchanges outside of the app are unsafe transactions. So you telling me somebody can't hand me a $20? Oh, they can hand you a $20 bill. Well, that's a cash exchange outside of the app. Yeah, that's safe though. But you just said it was unsafe to do cash exchanges outside of the app, because it's not about cash exchange. It's about them making sure you do this shitty ass ride that they can piggyback on and exploit you on that app. Because if you take it off the app and you do it off the app and you do it on another app, if you take it off a Lyft and you put it on Hum, or you take it off a Lyft and you put it on Uber, you take it off a Lyft, put it on any other app, Lyft don't get the money. That's what Lyft's upset about. So what's that? When police officers went up to the top of the roof to investigate, the guy had turned over and pointed his rifle, and then the officer just kind of doubled down and hopped back down the ladder. What? So when the police officer went up on top of the roof to investigate, the guy had turned over and pointed his rifle, and then the officer just kind of doubled down and hopped back down the ladder. So, Noble, you're saying that he actually got shot not by the sharpshooters that were on the other roof, but by the officers that were coming up the ladders actually shot him. Because I thought that the sharpshooters from over there, what is no sound? What? Did my thing just die or something like that? I thought the sharpshooters were on another roof and shot him from there. I didn't know about the people on the ladder that came up. Man, that's crazy. I didn't know about that. This is Mono, San Francisco private router, even lives near my VP client. Now his client. Thank you, King Jeff, his divine order. Yeah, there you go, Miss T. I was just talking about you. Miss T. And that's what I was saying. You know, the 300, we all over America. So she's clear on the other side of the country. And she was like, Jeff, we need 300 in San Francisco. I was like, I got you. Don't worry about it. I hit up my man, James. James, you in San Fran. This is what we need done. Everything was perfect. Everything, like you said, is divine order. Everything was perfect. Everything was perfect. And I'm like, thank you, Miss T, for looking out, you know, for even hitting me up and asking, do we have 300 over in San Fran right now? I'm like, yeah, we got it. Say, these folks never watched the Sesame Street and learned the song How a Bill Became a Law. It's only a bill. That's what Capitol Hill. He was hit by a 308. I don't know what he got hit by. 308. What is the 308? Is that from a long-range rifle or something like that? No, when everyone earlier was pointing out that there was someone on the roof, a police officer finally went up there to check. And when he saw the guy up there, he didn't bother to question. No, you're lying. So you saying an officer went up there to check, and when he saw the guy up there, he didn't bother to question. Noble, man, is there a video out there or somebody being investigated or interrogated that actually said that? Because that right there throws me. See, a lot of this shit, it's all brand. It only happened 3 days ago. So we got a lot of stuff that's coming down the pipe. We got a lot of stuff that's being censored. Man, that's crazy. Thank you, Miss T. So Arsenal fan, that's really what happened. Man. So it was an interview. In the interview, the guy said, yeah, the officer went up there and saw him and came back down. Like, man. Wow. They said the guy pointed the rifle at the cop, so the cop retreated. Wait a minute. So this, James, y'all gotta help me out. Help me, man. Help me, because I do not want this live stream to put out no fake shit. So this was all before he shot at Trump. So the cop went up there and saw the guy and retreated, which gave the guy more time to shoot Trump. Because I saw something saying they knew he was up there for at least 3 minutes or something weird like that. I'm like, I thought they only knew he was up there for like maybe, a few seconds. But I know the people who were videoing were like, he's up here. But I'm hearing videos out there saying they knew he was up there for like more than like a few minutes. It was some minutes they knew he was up there. So, no, are you serious? The cop went up there and saw him and then left. And then the guy, I might have to end this live stream. Because I need to go look at this shit. Damn. Wow. The cops knew he was up there minutes before. See, y'all giving me information that I've been looking at a lot of videos. I've been looking at a lot of stuff as far as the RNC. I've been looking at a lot of stuff about, Uber Lyft and everything. I've been trying to catch as many videos as I can about what really happened that day. Yes, James, that part. This has stink all over it. That part. Oh, man, this is bad, dude. This is bad. I didn't know it was like that. I didn't know that somebody actually saw. I was under the impression that he shot, then the other sniper shot him, and that was it. I was under the impression that people were like, it's a guy on the roof, and nobody did anything. And then he shot, then the sniper shot. And I saw one of the snipers like pull his head up above the rifle like this, then go back down, looking as if he was like, Like, is there really somebody over there? Like, he couldn't see it through his scope. So he like put it like, damn, is that somebody over there? Then he went back to the scope again. I don't know, because I'm not hearing anything, man. They won't let nobody talk. The dude with the red Trump 2020 hat, then he had marked out the 0 with a little black 4. That shit was funny as hell. He gave more information than like anybody, because he was really telling people. And then this is the sad part. This is the sad part. When that dude was giving his interview, real, live, 100% truth, I'm going to bring it to you just like how this channel is. I'm going to bring it. That little ragged ass news reporter, well, sir, you got to kind of tame it down. Watch what you say. We might have certain people watching. Like what, kids? Like who? This dude was telling the truth. He was telling 100% truth. And that news report, well, sir, you might want to not say certain things, just. And I'm like, bruh, somebody just almost got their heads blown off in front of America. And you worried about what type of words this dude is using? Man, they need to pull that news on. Because like, dude, we need somebody stronger out here, man. Not this weak ass dude. Oh, sir, you need to make sure certain words you use because, people could be watching. They just saw somebody get his head blown off damn near. And you worried about the words this guy's explaining what all went down. Man, I'm like, I don't know. Whatever news station that is, I probably would never watch it again after that. You don't take truth and validity and emotion and passion out of the situation just because, we want to protect my news station. I want to make sure, dude, this is earth-shattering historic news right now. Your brain is going to, we might have to censor some of the words you're using. Don't give a shit what you say. I care less. Like, man, yeah, I'm gonna have to do that. Watch those videos in slow mode, 0.25, and you'll see a totally different perspective at 0.25. Trump and nationalism. All right, I'm gonna look at those, man. Oh, PA state troopers reported that a local officer went up the ladder, saw the gunman, and retreated. Josh, man, that breaks my heart, man. That breaks my fucking heart right there. That breaks my heart. That really does. That somebody actually went up that ladder. All this shit could have been prevented. All of this could have been prevented. That, man, that really irritates the shit out of me. This could have all been prevented. Man. I had no idea somebody went up the ladder already. Because I was asking, because in the beginning I was asking, even when I did the live stream when it happened, I was like, dude, did nobody not see a ladder or something? How the hell did he even get up there? Was it just not a ladder? I know somebody had to see a ladder. And you saying an officer actually went up the damn ladder, didn't start just busting. I would have went up the ladder and been like, man, I don't know who this dude is up here with a rifle, but yeah, this is about to end right here. Wow. Yeah, anyone automatically distrust the things on TV and from the umbrella corporation. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly, Jeff. That's what I'm saying. Jeff. On all the videos, they were already looking at what were they looking at, looking for, waiting on? So many questions, man. This whole situation breaks my heart because it could have been completely avoided. It is the biggest letdown, like me. And now I know why when Trump was walking in the RNC last night, he was kind of somber because it breaks my heart. It probably breaks his heart too, to think I'm in a building surrounded by people who are potentially setting me up to die. I'm walking around like that was his rally. It was his rally. His security people, all these cops, everybody around, these were his. And all of a sudden it's like, you are the people who could have prevented this. I had no idea so if y'all just telling me this shit, all y'all right now just telling me this, it means he already knows it. Trump knows. I'm heartbroken right now because y'all telling me some shit that's really hurting my heart. I did not know that they saw the dude and could have just ended it right there. I didn't know that. That's crazy, man. That's crazy, man. So last night when he was at that RNC, yes, that's what I'm saying. And that's how I think he felt last night. Because when I looked at him last night, he looked like I'm outside, I'm here, but he looked a little tentative. He didn't look like the normal confident Trump because I think he realizes his circle, something is wrong with that circle. Something's wrong. He looks like he don't trust the people around him, and rightfully so. He looks like he don't trust people around him. And I can't say which particular people, which particular organization. I can't even say that. But I think he has the feeling that somebody in here don't want me here. Like somebody close to me don't want me here. Because how could those people get up on there, see him, and not shoot him? How could the officer, well, see, Trump planned this? Well, see, that's the thing. You telling me in a clear conscience that Trump planned on some guy getting on a roof across from him who is notoriously a bad shot. Let's say that he's notoriously known as a bad shot. He couldn't even join a rifle team from 130 yards away. He couldn't even join. So you're saying Trump meticulously planned an officer climbing up on a roof, seeing the guy and not doing anything about it? Because I mean, if Trump planned it, that means the officer would have known it was going to be a guy up there and wouldn't have to climb up there. Are you saying he planned it? Why would the officer climb up there and look at him if he already knew the plan was for a guy to be up there? Why would he look to see it? Oh, let me make sure he's up there. Oh, yeah, he's up there. I mean, if people are saying he was up there, then he was clearly up there. So why would an officer climb up there to look and see what people were saying is pointing at it on camera and videos? Like I said, to claim that Trump planned it is a very a low IQ statement to make, because there's so much more complex things that have to happen in order for that to even be a statement of reasonable belief. It has to be reasonably believed that at the moment that Trump knew the guy was going to shoot, he just so happened to turn his head like this to talk to this side of the crowd. Hey, when I turn to talk like this to the side of the crowd, that's when you pull the trigger. It's so much that has to be done, so much that at so many minute, microscopic, millisecond levels to say, hey, I want you to try to blow my head off. But when you're trying to blow my head off at the last minute, I'm going to turn my head like this to talk to this side. Then you blow my head off. And at the time you blow my head off, I'm going to have somebody climb up on the roof. And I'm going to have people on this roof. I'm going to have people over here. I'm going to have people saying, hey, there's somebody on the roof. I'm going to have all this happening. You can't tell me somebody planned on all of that to happen. You can't tell me, man. It's impossible. It's too complex of a situation with too many moving parts right now. Way too many moving parts to say, we planned this. We planned this. Say, check your email right now from Big Timer Gaming. Hold up for a second. Let me see something real quick. Let me see if I can go through email. Hold up. Yeesh. Let's see what we got in here. I'm going to see, because I don't have... Oh, I saw this one. I saw this. Wait a minute. Let me back this up real quick. Oh, man. Let me go back in here real quick. Hold up for a second. This is crazy. I'm going to show you what Big Timer just sent me. Check this out right here. Hold up. Because I think I saw parts of this. This is crazy right here.
No, watch this shit, dude. Watch. She sits down.
I saw this.
Watch this. Puts the sign up.
Take a look at what happened.
And she keeps looking over there.
She's completely normal. And then watch.
And then she's got her.
What the fuck? What the fuck? People are freaking out.
And she's filming.
And she's just right there.
Bruh, they better find that lady.
She's not even freaking the fuck out.
Find
what
her.
The fuck? No. Watch this shit, dude. Watch.
Look at this shit. Look at
She
this.
sits down. Yep. Watch this.
She keeps looking over there.
Puts the sign up.
Take a look at what happened.
Shots fall off.
She's completely normal. And then watch.
Bro, this is crazy.
What the fuck? What the fuck? People are freaking out.
And she's filming.
And she's just right there.
This is crazy.
She's not even freaking the fuck out. What the fuck? No. Watch this shit, dude. Watch. She sits down. Yep. Watch this. Puts the sign up.
Take a look at what happened.
She's looking over there. Why did she do that and start looking over there?
She's completely normal.
And instead of
then watch.
She grabbed her camera. Look.
What the fuck?
Like she knew what was going to happen.
What the fuck? People are freaking out.
Man,
and she's just right there.
Man, it pisses me off so much.
She's not even freaking the fuck out.
What
the fuck? No, watch this shit, dude.
Man.
Watch.
Watch.
She sits down. Yep.
Look, she looks up there.
She puts the sign up.
And she's got her phone already. Like, how do you go from look?
She's completely normal.
Bam,
and then
phone
watch.
Phone instantly. She dropped her
what
sign.
The fuck?
I'll be looking
What
around.
the fuck? People are freaking out.
She dropped the sign and
And she's just
her
like
phone up.
right there.
Man.
She's not even freaking the fuck out. What the fuck? No. Watch this shit, dude. Watch. Watch. She sits down.
Man.
Yep. Watch this.
If you
Puts the sign up.
something that said, take a look at what happened.
Shots fall off.
She's completely normal.
She's
and then
involved.
watch.
I don't care what nobody say. That lady's involved. I don't care what nobody say. That lady's involved, man. She's got to be involved. You don't. If I'm sitting behind somebody, I see everybody ducking like his shots coming that way. I'm ducking with everybody else. It's kind of like if everybody was running down the street, then everybody's running. I'm not going to just stand there and be like, well, I know they all running because we set something up, so I don't have to run. I know. Jeff, or her sign says something about, like fire Joe Biden or fire Biden or something like that. Fire Biden. Yeah, check out the Joseph Paul channel. He breaks it down. Yeah, man. I don't know, man. I can't keep watching that shit. It breaks my heart. Every time I watch clips, that shit breaks my heart. I can't keep watching it. It's like I don't like to watch dogs fight. I don't like to watch animals being hurt. Like I see videos and I scroll past that shit. I just scroll past it because I can't. I'm just one of them people, man. I do not like people hurt. I just don't like that shit. I just don't. And I mean, even if it was like, let's say somebody said, hey man, look at this dog get hit by a car. I wouldn't watch it. I would scroll right past it because I'm not watching that shit. I'm not about to watch a dog get hit by a car just to say I saw it. Because once you see it, you don't want to see it again. I'm like, and I like the, yeah, no, he actually shows time frames. Yeah. And that's the thing. I would watch his video, like his video, the Joseph Watson channel. I've like watched all the breakdowns and all, like I saw today, an Army guy, he was discussing it, talking about it. Instead of keep showing the same situation over and over, because the shit, it could have went bad. It could have been bad. If he didn't turn his head to the right at that moment in time. Nah, man. Like for the people that saw JFK Jr. shot and everything like that, that shit you don't forget. That shit stays in your head, man. And it's like, not everything should be seen. And I know some things are done and people want to say, I was one who saw it. I don't want to be one who see it. It went. I don't know, man. I can't say it went perfectly because I would have said it went perfectly if the dude A would have never climbed on a roof, or B climbed on a roof and got killed on a roof before anything happened. That to me would have been, it went perfect. But for Trump to turn his head at that moment in time, it couldn't have went any better. It could not have went any better. He's still here. The dude was going to basically get his head blown off on TV in front of everybody. And it breaks my heart, man, to know that somebody saw him on the roof and all these people, for how it's going down and all the information we're finding out afterwards, and to see how Trump walked in there last night in the convention and he knew everybody here don't want me here. And it's not just, people like that little, kid that can't even shoot. He didn't even make the rifle team. He's not a marksman. How does somebody who's not even a marksman get, set up to do it? Like I said, when I first dropped my first video, I said Patsy. I said the word Patsy. So how could you get somebody who's not even a marksman that can make a high school rifle team slated to be in charge of something at this level? Patsy. So if he's a patsy, who really did the shooting? Who really did the shot? If he's a patsy, it makes sense why nobody jumped on the situation. They had to let him appear to be the one that did the shot. Because if everybody thinks he did the shot and nobody stopped him, do not stop him. Let him do the shot. Even if he shot and he missed, but somebody else shot and almost hit. Because everybody right now thinks this dude was the shooter. Everybody thinks that. Everybody thinks that he did it. The kid that even his friends were saying he couldn't even make the high school rifle team. The dude, he was a horrible shot. He was a piece of shit. He was just not worth it. But all of us on camera see this dude on a roof with a rifle. I don't know, man. I don't know. Shit breaks my fucking heart, man. And I think it breaks Trump's heart too, to know that there's somebody with a lot of power, that's pulling the fucking strings. This kid was not Not that good. Not so good that he was so precise that he almost hit the president in the fucking head because he was so much of a precision fucking snap. And, you know, if Trump didn't turn his head, it would have hit right there, right in the back of his head. Bam. But he turned his head. Yeah, I saw the BlackRock commercial. I saw it. I saw the BlackRock commercial. I saw it. And I'm sitting there like, you know, when he dropped the video, and I put his clip in a video that I did because it made sense to me, because I had already felt that something didn't seem right. So for him to say his full name, to say, I hate Republicans, I hate Trump, and you've got the wrong guy. What was that even made for? To specifically say his full name on it? Because y'all know people get trained to make certain videos. They train them to make videos. So he said his full name. Then he said, I hate Republicans, I hate Trump, and you've got the wrong guy. Those are the only 3 statements he made. That was it. Why would you make a video saying that? If you're, you know, crazy, insane, whatever, terrorist, what it is and that, why would you make that video right before you did something? Was it really you who did it, or was it somebody? I don't know, man. I don't know. Oh, I know he's recruited. Must have been. Because somebody knew he wanted to be on the rifle team. Hey, you want to be on the rifle team? Because first, BlackRock was already at his high school. So maybe, and BlackRock put him in a commercial, and BlackRock had to know who everybody was. And they knew he was a failure at rifle shooting. And they knew he wanted to be somebody important, and he was nobody. Like everybody said, he was just a fucking nobody. Nobody cared about him. He was a nobody. And to see videos like that lady holding up the sign, shots ringing out, everybody's going paranoid. She's not doing this, like she's not jumping around like, oh shit, what the fuck is going on? She's not doing that. She looked in the direction. She held the sign up. Pow, 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 pow. She's here like, it's like she's trying to get evidence on what happened. I don't know, man. I can't keep looking at shit over and over. And his parents are psychologists, both of them. Yeah. Says, well, look at the RV that took out AT&T servers during the vote. Oh, yeah. Signal blockers. That's it, signal jammers. We got motherfuckers in the parking lots right now doing the same shit. Man, PSYOP, I don't know. And like I said, I'm not a channel that can really put out. And that's the thing. The first day that it was going down, I said the words Patsy. Look at the video on the 13th when it was happening. And I said, I bet this kid is a patsy. I said it. I said, I bet this kid is a patsy. Look back on the 13th. I can't go back and edit that video. It is what it is. It's already submitted in history. The day it happened, I said something don't look right. This dude's a patsy. I said that 3 fucking days ago. And now I'm seeing all of this shit coming down the pipe. I said it based on my energy because I'm thinking, why would a kid like that be able to get that close to killing a president in that open of an environment? I said it 3 days ago. It makes no sense how this kid got that close. It makes no sense. And that's just for me. And I didn't even know none of the facts. I'm going based on common sense. My live stream that day was completely common sense. I said, it makes no sense how a failure like this can get that close to killing a president. It makes no sense. A man that important, world important president, and you got some reject that can almost kill him. It made no sense. And now that I'm looking at all the shit after the fact, it's hurting me, man. It hurts my feelings. It really hurts my feelings because it's like, it probably wasn't him. And that hurts me more to say that I'm now leaning more towards the fact that it probably wasn't him. I can't say for sure, but I'm really leaning towards it probably wasn't him. I'm really leaning that way. And it hurts my heart because there's people in high positions who have been trying to weaponize this government, get Trump to be a felon, get him in court, get him off of ballots, get him this and that. And now they go this far because they're scared that the people in America are going to put this man in power to stop the bullshit going on in this country, potentially in this world with all these wars and everything. I don't know, man. And then seeing that lady with the sign in the background, she didn't play her part too well. She failed at acting. She really failed at acting. because she was really holding that sign 1 minute. And how do you go from holding the sign and making it, you know, you want to hold the sign for the camera. You want to look away, hold your sign so the camera can get it. But as soon as the shots go off, your phone just so happens to be on video mode. It just so happens that your phone was already on video mode. Because me and a panic point like that, super panic point, I gotta do this, unlock my phone, put my number in, unlock my phone, make sure it's on the video screen, get the video screen, video opens, then get it ready. It takes a long time to start recording a video. Even like now, let's say now, I don't even have my phone lock screen on. This is me about to record a video. I'm gonna sit my phone right here. Let's say I held up a sign. Okay, I'm gonna put the sign down. This is me. Now I'm on video. Wait a minute, turn the screen around. Now I'm on video. You see how long it took me to get the video? It took that long for me to get to my video. Why was she already on video? Was her phone already set on video already? Was it already set on video? Because it takes me a long, and even mine was facing me because I had did a video where it was facing me. So somehow her video was already set, her phone was already set on video. It was already open. It was already unlocked. It was just sitting there in her lap. It was sitting in her lap on video already. All she did, and I would find out who she is and get access to her phone and see at what point she opened these apps on her phone. I want to know, when did you open that video app to start recording the video? Because the data is all on her phone. It shows when, at what time each app was accessed. So it'll say either you already had it recording the whole time. So why were you looking in the air, hold up your Trump sign? You got your phone recording, but it's aiming down. It's aiming down at your lap, but you're holding up a sign after you got through looking up in the sky a couple of times towards the shooter's direction, but your phone is in your lap recording. And all of a sudden you put the thing down and it's still recording because you were waiting to something to record. What were you waiting to record? Oh yeah. So on Apple, you can make a quick button on the lock screen. Yeah, see mine is Android. So I just pick it up and I got to unlock it and all that crazy shit. But even at a time like that, when you got a very passionate moment of excitement, of tragedy going on, how do you maintain your composure? If you're just an average everyday citizen, and I'm an average everyday citizen. Oh, the umbrella lady. Uh-oh, there you go, Omer the Will. Yep, exactly. So if you're an average everyday person, you're not going to have your composure with bullets flying around you, with one of the most important people in the world dropping down to his knees with people jiving him. You're not going to be that fucking composed. I'm sorry. You are not that cool. You're going to tell me somebody's dropping shit's going and you just like, no reaction to your face. No, wow, what's going on? No facial movement at all. Just no. I'm like, so either you knew it was going to happen or you just the coolest motherfucker on planet Earth. One of the two. Man, it's crazy. It's crazy. Man. And I'm one of those people that so the umbrella looking to JFK, y'all, the umbrella lady. Yeah, I would have dropped down, especially if everybody around me is dropping down. The average person with the average level of IQ, common sense, the average level of common sense is going to realize there's a tragedy going on. There's a president being jumped on, covered up. There's bullets coming in my direction. Let me duck down with everybody else. It's not a let me hurry up and record this shit real quick and just cool, calm as a cucumber. Man, I'm telling you, only a WWE character would do that. Oh, man. See, same shit happened with Trump, but he survived, man. And I think that's why Trump was so somber that night when he walked into the RNC. He was happy to be there, but trust me, he was very somber. And I could tell by his energy level was a little down. His energy wasn't always there. Yeah, some animals freeze in fear. She didn't freeze, though. She was in her wherewithal to say, let me record this real quick. Where's my phone? She put her sign down and said, oh, let me get my phone. That's not freezing. This is freezing. That's freezing. But to be in the wherewithal of there's something going on around me. Let me record this real quick. Hold on for a second. That's called being calm as a motherfucker. That ain't freezing. Freezing is like, oh shit, what the fuck? The hell? That's freezing. Froze was actually the security agents who were saying, okay, what are we doing? What are we doing? Where are we going? They were freezing because you can hear them on the microphone. What are we doing? What are we doing? Where are we going? They're frozen. They don't know what to do. This lady knew what to do. She knew, oh, let me grab my camera. Let me hear him record this real quick. Let me make sure I got this in the frame. That's freezing. That lady was not frozen in no fucking fear. Please. I think somebody who's completely just idiot. No. There's no way she was frozen in fear. That was not the face of fear to me. I know what fear looks like because I've been riding motorcycles for 20 years. I've seen people panic. I've seen people freeze. I've seen people fall. I know what freezing looks like. I know what freezing. That was not frozen. That was composure. Composure during an operation. That's what that was. The screen saved him. Yeah, I don't know. They said a lot of people say that whole podium thing was like bulletproof and everything. But if he got shot in the ear, there was no screen in front of him when he got shot in the ear. There was no screen. It was just him standing there. But what's funny is that during Obama's presidency, everywhere this man went, there was bulletproof glass panes everywhere. Like they were scared something was going to happen to Obama. They were scared. Hey, put up bulletproof frames everywhere. Put up glass frames everywhere. It was glass frames everywhere this man went. Glass frames everywhere. They tried to take away Trump's security detail. They tried to take away his Secret Service protection. They put him in open fields with trees and roofs and buildings. That's levels of elevation. When you got levels of elevation out there, the first thing you do, any enemy who's ever fought in a war. Yeah, exactly. If phone wasn't shaking at all. Any enemy that's ever fought in a war will tell you whoever has high ground has the upper hand. That is the oldest war tactics in the book. Whoever has the higher ground has the upper hand. Why do you think people are trained first to search elevated structures, higher ground? That's the first thing you look for is anything that's elevated. You look for everything that's elevated. Then you look for things that are close in proximity. Because if something is at a low elevation and it's not close in proximity, it has to go through a lot of obstacles to get to where it's got to get to. So the first thing you do is look at high elevations. That's surveillance 101. That's basic shit. Even I know that just from watching movies and shit. And that's basic. You start with high elevations. Whoever has the higher elevation has the upper hand. Make sure all rooftops are clear, all trees are clear, any structures above are clear. That's your first level of clearance. Clear. Now you start with anything in close proximity. Who's behind them, directly behind them? Who's directly in front of them? Who's this? And you work your way out from there. But to sit up and allow somebody to have position, a high position, and for everybody, like I said, y'all irritated me today with that shit, man. Y'all sat there and said, oh man, police climbed up on the roof, looked at him and went back down the ladder. You see somebody has an elevated position on the president. He has an elevated position. Your job is to take this dude out, not climb back down the ladder and leave him in position. Why are you climbing back down the ladder to leave him in position? Everybody needs to be investigated. Everybody involved needs to be investigated. The police who climbed up a ladder, guess what? You're under investigation, dereliction of duty. Snipers on the roof, guess what? You guys are in an investigation, dereliction of duty. And everybody was like, well, the people on top of the roof were Secret Service. Somebody said they were local police. It says police on all our vests. They were local police. You guys are now under investigation now. So if Black Rock came to that little city, Black Rock, big money, came to that high school, Black Rock in this town saying, hey, we got a lot of money. We finna put Trump in your vicinity right now. Black Rock came to town. Hey, you guys got anybody we can use as a patsy? Well, we got a kid that's a bad shot. He's a horrible fucking shot, but he always wanted to be a part of the rifle team. Well, what you gonna do? Well, we can tell him that he's gonna be a part of our security detail. What? Yeah, he's a horrible shot. Always wanted to be on a rifle team. Oh, the kid that was in our video. Yeah, dude's a piece of shit. He has no friends, says nobody. We're gonna tell him, hey man, we're gonna put you in our security detail. Really? Yeah. The shirt he wore that day was actually the shirt of a YouTuber. It was a YouTuber shirt. And I think that that shirt that he wore was actually about tactical gear and stuff like that. I don't believe that it's a coincidence that the shirt he wore was a tactical, I think it was a tactical YouTube channel or something like that. So if you sit up and say, hey, we're going to use you in our security detail, you're going to be, Demolition Ranch. Yeah, that was at Demolition Ranch. And I'd be pissed if I was them. I'd be fucking pissed. So I'm like, if you want to be a part of our security detail, you're going to be our undercover part of security detail. Okay. And we're going to tell the police, hey, we got this kid as part of our undercover security detail. Okay. Police climb on the roof, see him. Oh, it's just that kid that's a part of our security detail. Go back down the roof. I don't know, man. It's so many possibilities that can happen. Man. Yeah. Demolition Ranch, awesome channel. Great guy, also has 11 million subs. So would love to shut him down. Coincidence? That's what I'm saying. I would be fucking pissed if I was Demolition Ranch. I would be pissed. Because real talk, none of us saw this kid's shirt. They showed us his shirt. Why would they show us? Nobody saw his shirt. I've never seen any shirt of anybody who's been killed. I don't even know what Tupac's shirt was. Like, what the back of his shirt say? I know it was something. I mean, what was anybody's shirt that got killed? Biggie Small shirt. Like, why do they make it a point to share us not only the shirt, but for people like me who didn't even know what Demolition Ranch was, but to make a point? Hey, he's wearing Demolition Ranch gear. So anybody on Demolition Ranch is probably just like this guy and wants to kill somebody. Demolition Ranch is a site we need to shut down. So how do we do it? We make this guy wear a Demolition Ranch shirt. I like to know when he purchased it, because you can only get it from one place. Demolition Ranch should show everybody, this is the day he purchased that shirt. We went through our database. We saw his name. This is when he purchased that shirt. This is when he purchased it. Was it around the time he purchased the 50 rounds he claimed he bought? Was it around the time his dad bought the gun? I want to know, when did he purchase that shirt? When? It's so many things, man. So many things. So many things. Yeah, the BR made was, the BlackRock ad was made when the kid was in high school. He was the upfront figure in that ad. Something don't look right. And this is the thing. Not only was he one of the upfront figures in that ad, we knew he failed rifle teams or whatever. He was not good. He was just not good. I don't know, man. I gotta stop talking about it, because it pisses me off. I don't know how else to say it. I can't even. It really pisses me off. And I think, when Trump becomes president, I think everybody who are on these servers, anybody on these servers typing, celebrating the attempted assassination, should all be investigated by the FBI, because we have potential, terrorists all in our nation right now who are willing to carry out something like this. Because if you think for 1 second, if there's any ounce of blood in your body that thinks for 1 second, this kid is a loner, he did it by himself, he was standing on the internet and he was standing on social media, he's by himself, that means anybody in America who's saying that shit right now is a potential another one of him. So the FBI should look at all these potentials, another one of hims, which is a lot of them. It's a lot. Just like Eric Cartwright, that dude over at Uber, him too. Look at him too. But if you think that this guy really was the wrong guy, then that means deep state. So no matter how you look at it, it's screwed up. It's screwed. No matter how you look at it, it's screwed up. So you say he's a loner. Oh, we have a lot of loners here that want to see Trump dead. Now we got to investigate all of them. We got to FBI all of them, make sure none of them have firearms in their houses. Anybody with a firearm that kept saying, yeah, man, I wish you would have hit. I wish you would have got him. Anybody with a firearm at this moment needs to lose access to their weapons. Because if this is what you think, killing a politician is the way to go, and you believe that all you need to do is be incited to do it, and you're happy, and you're thinking, well, next time, please let it be a next time. You might be the next time. We need to take your firearms away from you. Take firearms away from these Americans. Take them all. And maybe that's the plan the whole time. Let's take firearms away from Americans who want to celebrate the attempted assassination of a president, saying that they hope that he could get killed next time because the president might come to their city. The president might come to an event in their town. And we know they're on the internet saying, man, I wish you would have killed him. Wish you would have killed him. So make sure we investigate all of these people, take all of their weapons, put them and say, you know what? We're not going to incarcerate you. We're not going to, put you in jail and cite. But what we're going to do is just for the sake of public safety, we're going to rescind your firearm permit. We're going to take away your weapons because we see you on Facebook saying you wished he would have been killed. We don't think you're a safe person with a weapon. We're going to be on the air on the side of caution. So we'll come to your house. We're taking all your firearms. Why are you guys taking my firearms? Because you were on the internet saying the guy's a horrible shot and you would have did better. We don't want to give you that opportunity. So we need to come take all your weapons. I'm sorry. Yeah, James Reese. You didn't look at my last video I dropped. Go to my recently uploaded videos. There's a video I dropped, and it says it in the title, Uber executive, wishes Trump dead. You got to go check like I told people, if you're not looking in my recently uploaded, everything in my recently uploaded playlist on my homepage is everything I'm uploading every single day. Yeah. Oh, you said like the executive at Uber. I see what you mean. I thought you meant an executive at Uber. You said like the executive at Uber. Yeah. I see what you meant. Because all I saw was executive at Uber with question marks. I didn't see like the executive at Uber. Yeah. Exactly. You saw it. Exactly. So that's almost all Democrats. Antonio. Now you see what I'm saying? That would be almost all Democrats losing their firearms right now. If Trump took office and said, all of these Democrats want to see me dead and potentially any one of them could be a killer of me because they hate Republicans and they hate me, because the dude said it on his video, I hate Republicans, I hate Trump, and you're looking at the wrong guy, and they got the wrong guy. So if they say all Democrats who want to see Trump dead and are celebrating him dead, and the FBI says we have access to databases all on Facebook, all on YouTube, all on IG, TikTok, we've got access to all these databases. We know all of these people would kill Trump if given the opportunity because they've said it. They've all said it. We need to take a lot of guns from a lot of Democrats because we don't need this country pointing at Uber. We don't know who next is going to try to kill him because all of these people are saying, I would do it if given the opportunity. Oh man, another chance, a next time, a better shot, more practice. All the FBI got to do is say, now we have just cause to take away all the Democrats' weapons. If you are a Democrat and you have been on the internet stating you would kill the president, you have now lost access to your firearms. You are an enemy of the state. You are a domestic terrorist. Instead of us sitting around looking in Iran and Iraq at people going, death to America, we call those people terrorists. But when you saying death to Trump, you're a domestic terrorist. We have all the makings of a domestic terrorism plot. Could be anybody. So we should go out and take all these guns then. Make sure it's not nobody. Because it sounds like you are a First and Second Amendment from people that have an opinion of just bad taste of judgment. I'm sorry. First and Second Amendment are for people who are sane. I will say that you have to be sane. SANE. You don't just freely get to have the First Amendment, Second Amendment. You don't freely get to have that just because you're an American. Because what if my First Amendment is wanting to incite somebody to kill you? Do I have a right because it's freedom of speech? Do you think it's freedom of speech? What if I think freedom of expression, my freedom of expression, is punching a fucking preschooler in the face because I hate fucking kids? That's assault. Once you start using your First Amendments and your Second Amendments to create crimes, those are no longer your rights. You do not have a right to commit a crime, incite a crime. You don't have that right to threaten to do a crime just because, well, freedom of speech. I got a right to say I want to kill somebody. I got a right to threaten somebody. I got a right to say if I want somebody dead or not. I got a right to do that. Yeah, he was a registered Republican. And I'm going to tell you right now, he was a registered Republican. We're living in a time right now where there's men. It says male on your birth certificate, but they're wearing dresses, lipstick, and they got boobs. But it says male on their birth certificate. I don't look at what your birth certificate says now. People identify as what they identify as, not as what's on the paperwork. So you can say, I'm a registered Democrat, but what do you identify as? I'm a registered Republican. Well, what do you identify as, though? You could be registered as what you want. Exactly. He donated to the Democrats. So he can register as a Republican all he wants. You can have woman on your birth certificate, but what do you identify as? Because if I call you woman because I see woman on this sheet of paper, you can have me fired from my job. He doesn't call me what I identify as. I identify as a sir, but it says you're registered and born as a woman. I don't care what it says. I feel. So you can't tell me, well, he registers as a Republican. He's a registered Republican. Motherfucker, it is 2024 right now. We left that what sheet of paper shit looked like a long time ago. You get fired for calling somebody a woman. Well, you're a woman. You got boobs. You got a coochie. It says woman on your motherfucking birth certificate. Well, I'm a guy. You should be fired for not calling me sir. Don't tell me what motherfuckers got on paper. This is 2024. People get fired for that shit. If you going off the registration and documentation, you better ask a motherfucker. Because if he clearly saying I'm donating to the Republic or to the Democrats, I'm donating to the Democrats and I hate Republicans. How you gonna tell me? Well, he's registered as a Republican, though. Yeah, exactly. Registered as a Republican was probably a throw-off tactic for law enforcement in the blood of politics. Yeah. And I'm sitting there going, when people's like, yeah, but he's registered. And I'm like, yeah, exactly. Long-haired hipster, white dude with red and blue, long painted fingernails. Check me out at Costco yesterday, Jeff. Yeah, exactly. You call him a dude. He's probably a girl. He gonna get you fired. He's probably a long-haired girl. He was like a female. You call him a dude. He's probably a girl. It don't matter what his birth certificate says. You got to ask him, man, what do you identify as? Well, I'm registered as a guy in the system. They registered. I was born as a guy. They registered me as a guy, but I feel like a woman. I just don't feel like a guy. I feel like a woman. I feel like, I like guys. So you can't tell me, he's registered as a Republican. How you fucking feel, though? I feel like I hate Republicans. I hate Trump. I feel like I want to donate to the Democratic Party so they can succeed. Then, motherfucker, you a Democrat. It don't matter what you registered as. Yeah, he registered to vote in the primaries to vote for Nikki Haley. Probably. And like I said, Jeff, that is a good point. That's a good point. You can register as a Republican if you want to throw somebody off. Because like I said, I get Republican ballots in my house. So if I didn't want somebody to win, I would make sure to vote for the opponent, especially if it's a really strong candidate and I don't want that strong candidate to win. What do? I vote for a weaker candidate. It's called infiltrating the system. You infiltrate the system by registering as a Republican, but voting for somebody who you know is not going to win to throw off the vote count. Anybody can do it. Democrats, that's how lame they are. They could have figured that shit out a long time ago. Hey, man, if we don't want Trump to win, shit, you know what we should all do? Don't register as a Democrat. Register as a Republican and vote for the person who's not Trump. They could have did that shit a long time ago, and Trump wouldn't even be on the ballot. But it's like, these motherfuckers, I'm voting for Biden because I hate Trump. I'm like, bro, your IQ level is like way the fuck down here, man. Way down there. It's like, I'm gonna leave that shit alone. Just emailed you Candace Owens video, playback speed. The dude was voting for Bill Gates. Let's be real. I know he was voting for Bill Gates. I know it. Yeah. I know, go gig it, man. But actually, I only had until 5 o'clock to be on this live stream because I got a reservation coming up. I got an appointment, so I got to go. I was going to swim. I don't think I have time to swim today. Let me make sure. Yep. So he's on the flight because he said he was going to text me if he didn't make the flight. He was going to text me. I don't see a text in here. So I got to get ready to shower up. I got to go out here, clean this truck. I might clean it. And then because I'm hot, just do a quick jump in the pool, swim to the shallow end, get out and go shower. But man, I had to get on to that. I had to show you guys that RNC speech. If you didn't see the RNC speech, go all the way to the beginning, And you can hear, I played the whole speech out. Oh, Nikki speaking at the RNC. Okay, cool. Hopefully I'll be home by then. Cause like I said, I got the 7 p.m. pickup, then a 9:55 if you don't make the 7. So most likely I'll be back to watch that one. I do want to see that one. I might actually live stream that so we can all watch together. So if she's speaking at 9 p.m. Eastern time, what time is that? Is that like midnight here? No, I don't know. Wait, that'll be 6 p.m. here. because you guys are ahead of us on East time. So it'll be 6 p.m. Yeah, I'm not going to make it. I'm not going to make it. So like I said, now that I've figured out how to work the screens, we can do more interactive stuff together. Yes, in 40 minutes. Okay, cool, Duato, cool. So Nikki's speaking in about 40 minutes right now. She's speaking about 40 minutes. So now that I know how to work these screens and I'm figuring out more stuff, we can do more interactive things on this channel now. And I'm glad you guys just give me the leverage and the freedom to not really be professionals at this podcast and shit, to kind of tinker around and toy around. Because a lot of this stuff is unscripted. It's completely us hanging out at the barbecue, doing what we do, coming up with our opinions, making our statements, giving each other, advice back and forth. And I'm glad you guys give this channel that much leverage. I am not a very organized channel at all. Not at all. But I was an accountant most of my life. I was too organized. And it feels good to be free. It feels good just to sit down and just do whatever the fuck I feel like doing. And you guys rock with it the whole time. Nobody's like, Jeff, you got to stay on topic. I remember when I first started doing live streams, but you're talking about politics. This is a Rideshare channel. Why are you talking about politics? Block, man, that motherfucker's out of here, because I have the freedom to do what I want to do. I'm not under nobody's control no more. I got an email yesterday about somebody telling me why I should be a Democrat. It was fucking funny. He said, I'm gonna get that email and we're gonna read it together. I think that'll be better. We're gonna read it because I can share screens now. We're gonna read that email together. My next live stream on why I should be Democrat and my response to him. Oh, my response was good. It was good. It was good. My response was, it was me. Let's just say that response was me. That's some shit that I would expect me to think. It's like, I didn't attack him. But if you know me, I stand on my ground. You don't try to check my integrity. You don't know shit about me. I stand on me. Motherfuckers that don't know me think they can come along and change me. This is 50 years built. 50 years built. You've been around for 50 fucking seconds. I'm 50 years built. There's nothing you can say can change this build. You better be fucking serious to change this build. But man, Jesse, I appreciate you, brother. And I respect everybody, man. When I look at y'all, I don't look at y'all as drivers. I don't look at y'all as usernames and YouTube channel names. You people are built. Y'all are built. And I got to respect your build. You came in. I don't know who you guys are when I came in. So I'm learning everybody as time goes on. It says, who are you voting for, Jeff? Let's see how high your IQ is, and I'll let you guess. On that note, I'm about to take off, man. I love you guys. Fucking appreciate you guys and everything else. Thank you for rocking me. I got to get in here and clean this car off and go. We're going to have the guy at the end, Derek. We're going to test Derek's IQ. He's going to leave you guys the last response, and I'm getting out of here, man. I appreciate you guys.